Wait. Okay. I fixed the audio. Now you're live. Hello.
Wait, are we in?
Yes, we're in.
Did it happen?
I botched
Oh.
it. I botched the transition.
Hello and welcome to Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream. My name is Ben Quiggins. They, them, and I'm your GM and their GM. More importantly, I guess. And these are my wonderful players. One of which totally threw me off my groove. I might have to throw him out of my castle.
Valid.
Just in one of those moods today. Speaking of castles.
How come during mic check you made me talk really loud and get really fired up, but you didn't make Ben do their intro by yelling, which is what they do every week, every other week?
Listen, it's tradition.
I will not deny that I, in fact, intone incredibly loudly when I intro.
Listen, if we don't start this stream with Ben full-on red bar peaking, it ain't an SNS stream.
It's all down peak from there. Come on.
Oh, is it? I yell a lot.
Do you? Yell at us. Who are you?
Again, why was I the only one who had to have my levels are very high?
Okay, guys. Okay.
Because you just dogged you like you're in a construction site in Brooklyn.
We're live. What's wrong with you? Steve, go.
God, Steve, who are you?
Oh, hi. Yeah, Steve. I'm Steve, as everyone just said.
What are your pronouns, Steve?
He, him.
Yeah, you got it before I tell you anything.
I'm an average calamity. That's what I am. And I play Scarrick, the Bravash roboticist, and his wonderful giant robot friend Mars.
Hi, I'm Getty, aka Ragnarok Rose on the interwebs, and I'm playing, well, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Twig, who is a proxy paladin in this wonderful game with my wonderful friend.
Hello, everybody. I'm Aaron. Pronouns are he, him. I play Fletcher Scott, a.k.a. Arrow, the radio DJ, and who is a bard. And these are my friends, and I love them. And this stream is going great.
Hi, I'm Audrey. She, her. I play Ever. She's an Easonite survivalist of the Hellion archetype. And I'm still offended that you only made me do the loudness check.
Nobody else was even here for the mic check.
Well, I'm bringing it to the masses. They can choose. Anyway, we have just a couple shout outs. So first of all, our character art is done by the ever talented Nutellarella, Emmy. She does a lot of art for our books as well. So check her out on Twitter and Tumblr. And then Aaron, show us your dice tray.
Absolutely. My wonderful dice tray, which is perfectly handcrafted, hand-burned, done by the wonderful Campa Creations. It's neat.
And then also have my magnetic insert notebook is by Talenchi Studios here in St. Louis. Also, someone in the chat says you're quiet, Aaron.
I probably am. I'm quiet.
Did Mike check on Audrey,
everyone
but
but
not
yourself?
yourself?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I did. That's hilarious. Oh, whoops, that's too much. Fixed it.
We're here.
The stream deserves to know that Aaron's computer is probably going to have a meltdown soon.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the audio is the least of our worries.
We should say we're in the Midwest and there's supposed to be severe storms tonight. So if you lose us,
There is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old thunder and lightning storms.
Ooh, I need to open my window.
It's
been windy all day, so
I'm gonna drag over my face a screenshot that I just took of what my PC looks like. Oh no, it doesn't show up. It's white. Why does it? No, there it is.
Just imagine like any, redlining shot from one of the Fast and Furious movies where the needle is just disappearing. Yeah, that's Aaron's computer right now.
Here's how my CPU is doing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
So if you lose us, it could be one of two things. Aaron's computer just giving up, or storms.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
One or the other, we're going down. But before we do, and before we jump into what happened last time, are we going to show off a little bit of of fan art real
Oh my
quick?
gosh, I think you're right.
You,
We
you
do.
loaded it, right?
I sure
Yeah.
did. I'm prepared. I'm prepared this session. We'd
Oh,
like
hell
to
yeah.
once again give a huge shout out to one of our big stream fans, Raz. She drew us a wonderful scene from last session of Scarrett curled up sleeping inside the ship, which is, I think, all of our hearts melted a little bit.
Absolutely.
Holy shit!
This is where
Right?
it was warm.
Isn't that
Da, da,
awesome?
da.
It is very warm.
So,
Such a good piece.
such an amazing piece.
Amazing.
But you know what's really funny is that's actually not all. Uh, that's
Oh
not.
yeah.
There was one other piece.
There's one other.
Turn the
piece.
audio up for this one.
So yeah.
Oh.
So we were talking. I don't know what we were talking about. If you're not already there, we have a Discord server. Come join us and hang out. We do nonsense all the time. We were talking about like when Twig sleeps because Twig's a proxy.
So it's not really sleeping so much as it is like low power recharge mode.
And
And Getty spent a lot of time last session talking about how Twig's hair changes colors with her emotions.
I mention it all the time, okay?
You do.
It just
I'm
ca-
gonna say
it
last
came
session
a lot- It came out last time because you had some real chances.
you got flirted
No,
with.
I was
to have,
embarrassed.
down to
That's right.
earth. Yeah.
Yeah. You
so
got flirted with. So.
all of that stirred into. I won't even give you the context. This wonderful video piece with audio from Raz.
Do we get to hear it, Aaron?
Oh yeah.
Is there? We get to listen to the audio.
Oh yeah. It's there. It's playing. Twig 5 and
Thanks, Raz.
Love
Truly.
it.
Truly perfect.
Just amazing.
This is the kind of quality content people come to our stream for.
That, oh god, that is so good.
It's the reason I come to the stream. I don't know about you guys. I had to open up Twitch, which I don't usually have open to watch us.
Just so you can see it happen.
Okay, that's our new break music, right?
Oh,
Due to
Yeah.
it's
massive,
like carpal dancing.
yeah, due to massive copyright strike issues.
Oh no!
I hate to say it, this stream is already compromised.
Thanks,
my
Raz.
Perfect.
I'm now gonna hope for the moment where like we
Crying.
come across Twig napping and we just start having a
Dance
DDR.
party.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah,
Eric
we-
pulls a couple glow sticks out of his
Oh my
spacesuit.
God.
Like,
Stop making fun of her. She's stressed out.
anyway, since we've referenced last session a couple times, Ben, do you want to
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
people maybe coherently what happened?
What happened last time? You guys met up with a Wild Star pilot who has a little ship named Molotov, and you guys, alongside him, left Kestia Station. You were headed towards a decommissioned space station in orbit around one of the planets in the system, and you were moving kind of slow so as to maintain your under the radar status so you could approach stealthily. It gave you guys a chance to rest. You chatted with each other a little bit. You chatted with the captain a little bit.
Did you forget the captain's name, or are you just not saying it on purpose?
I absolutely do not remember his name. Colonel.
Ash is his name. Ash
Oh
Fowler.
my god.
That's right, Ash Fowler. Thank you.
I got you.
You
I noticed
did.
it the first time, but the second time I was like, okay, now it's intentional.
Yep, I absolutely didn't remember. I was trying to come up with it while I was talking. I was like, it'll come to me. It'll come. Yep. So you guys chatted with each other, had some touching moments there, shared a drink with each other, rested. Twig had another dream in which she wandered into a mist-filled space greenhouse and had a conversation with a disembodied voice that essentially apologized for utilizing Twig as kind of like a medium for justice, essentially.
Immediate
and-
justice.
A
And
vessel of
that's,
justice.
a vessel of justice. And also hinted that the Veerux are looking for something on Kestia Station. And then you guys arrived at the space station. in question. You snuck up, attached to the bottom. You cut your way in through engineering, and you guys started making your way 0G style up through the station, which had a bunch of those really nasty looking magical webs and vines and stuff that Scarrett kept seeing on the ethereal plane in relation to the abominations. And eventually, as you guys got closer and closer to the AI core where you believe the servers are, you got ambushed by a bunch of undead, animated by the will of something further in. Arrow showed off his new technique, Speak with Dead, and you learned a little bit about a archaeology crew that had found what was essentially a sarcophagus or a tomb, and was taking a mummified body back with them when the body left its coffin inside their ship, and caused all sorts of havoc, and they ended up here in this station running from their own systems, and all died, apparently.
That ghost talked a lot.
Yes,
It was a chatty
it did.
ghost, you know?
It was chatty. I mean, it was the modus operandi for exposition. What can I say?
Ben was like, they're never going to find this out if I don't have a dead guy tell them.
Well, it just turned
Worked
out that
out.
one of you guys had Speak with Dead. You wouldn't have found it out at all without that.
Which Arrow only knows because he signed up for the wrong college course. And
It was great.
Yeah, so it was great. Worked out.
You guys, in a little bit more of a rush, headed to the AI core. The doors opened, and inside you saw a coffin kind of floating in the center of the room. The front cover of the coffin was gone. There's the mummified corpse, somewhat recognizable as the undead version of the Veerux that you guys had already fought. You had fought like a hologram version of it prior, and the coffin itself is being like hung from the ceiling by hundreds of those energy vines, some of which can be seen in the material plane as this translucent glowing webbing. And behind it, lined along the walls, are a bunch of servers, as well as some corpses that were kind of tangled up in the webbing. And that's what you guys found when you came in. That's where we stopped. And as the doors opened, the corpse began to move, its eyes glowing a deep red, and it is initiative.
Right. Oh, hey, it's working. I've got my live feed resource monitor on my computer next to me.
That's good.
Oh no!
Showing my maxed out CPU cores.
Oh no, Aaron!
That's something.
Great. This is the kind of... I'm gonna say this about everything that happens. This is the kind of content people come here for.
It's true.
So just quick question: do you guys want me to use my purple die?
No.
or-
No.
away.
Don't
I
use the
thought-
purple die.
I thought Metal Steve came and took that from you, so...
Yeah,
that would require Metal Steve to get into my apartment.
Ben.
I have a spare, Steve. Call me. We'll figure it out.
All right. Well, I didn't pull out that purple die, so
That purple die.
I have a lot of purple dice. It's my favorite color. Okay, sue me. All right. Higher than 20.
I got a 20.
Helps if I roll.
Ever? What'd you get?
Oh, damn.
23.
Nice.
I got
okay,
a 22.
so-
Nice.
Oh man, you guys are just rocking it.
I rolled a 19.
So, and what did you get, Scarrick? Since you're the only one I haven't heard.
Are you muted, or did we just not hear it?
19.
Oh shit!
We
Okay.
all
Look
rolled
at
well.
us.
You
Look
all
at
rolled
us.
very well.
Who'd have thought?
All right. Well, you're up first. It hasn't explicitly taken a violent action as yet, but it does. The corpse's arms have unwound from its center, and an axe made out of energy has appeared in
Oh,
one hand.
We have artwork for
You-
this.
you say hasn't taken violent action yet, as though I would be somehow inclined to reason with a Veerux mummy.
You
I mean,
have
this-
no reason to, but if
he
you
looks like
wanted
the
to
guy
say
that
something.
attacked us in the apartment, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
he does.
absolutely.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
artwork
I,
is
It's an undead version of him.
if the
Did you
artwork
order a
then.
large pepperoni and a side of breadsticks?
Good lord. Okay, then. So I
Is it
like
all gluten free? No.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the fucking
because the Veerux are picky eaters.
vegans. Yeah.
Whoa, they're opposite vegans.
like
Oh my
anti-vegans.
They're just call them
They're
cannibals.
keto.
It's okay.
They are, yes.
Every time I call them cannibals, y'all are like, well, technically, aliens aren't.
Sentient creatures, cannibalism.
agree.
Okay, so Ben, I'm gonna move into the room. I'm fine with it being in melee. I just need to move 10 feet before I attack this thing.
Okay. So the room is pretty sizable. It's about 50 feet in diameter. It's roughly a cylindrical room. It's also about 60 feet tall.
Okay.
The coffin itself is hovering about 10, 15 feet off the ground in the center of the room at current.
Is it on top of the coffin?
It is inside the coffin currently. Like
Okay,
it's resting inside and it's just like about to come out, right?
great. So I want to jump up there.
Okay. Roll athletics.
Sure. I will do that. I got a 21.
Okay, you jump up there.
Hell yeah.
Grab onto one of.
Is-
So you can grab. There's, like I said, there's the webbing and the material plane as well. If you want to grab onto that, or you can grab onto the coffin itself.
Coffin itself. Do I jostle into it like that I can feel whether or not it's corporeal?
Oh, it's solid. It's
Cool.
a solid
Is
body.
there still a lid up here?
You don't see a lid up here. The lid is on the ground.
Okay. Cool. So I'm athletics check. Was that my action?
No, that's part of your move.
Okay, cool. So then we're gonna heavy pistol, 1-2 punch again because of my firearms expert bonus
Okay.
action.
I am gonna make you roll acrobatics because normally you'd need one hand to kind of hold on to this thing.
I didn't know how wide it was, like if I could be
Yeah,
standing on it.
It's not really. It's the shape and the fact that he's there means there's not really a whole lot of standing room.
Okay, well then we'll just do the heavy pistol. Forget the regular pistol.
Okay.
Standing.
I will just do 2 shots with that. I can do
Sounds
that.
good.
Okay.
So you're
Uh,
hanging off the coffin, just firing your heavy pistol directly into its face.
Yeah, that's the plan here. I don't have a
That's
whole
fair.
lot else that I want to do. So, I'm sorry. It's 3 attacks because the firearms expert gives me the bonus action attack, and I already have extra attack as a survivalist.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 16.
No, but the bonus action attack from the firearm expert has to be from your offhand.
Offhand. You're right. Okay.
That's why you're only getting
16 and 10.
16 hits.
Okay, cool. I have to do math, which is the
Speaking
word.
of math, I should probably get a piece of paper and a pen to write down damage.
Okay, so that's 13 damage. It is ballistic.
Ballistic, is it magical?
No, none of my weapons are magical.
Understood. It doesn't seem like it's as effective as it could be.
Understandable. It's a friggin' mummy.
Yep.
We had to fight things on the way in here too, so I'm only getting a couple more shots out of this pistol before I have to swap. Anyway, I'm hanging on to that.
Sweats.
Ever never reloads. She just throws the gun aside like Reaper from Overwatch.
Oh my
Could
god!
reload, but who has the time?
Just pull out more guns.
That would not be ridiculous to me.
It is
Yeah.
appropriate
Anyway,
to
I
say.
don't have a bonus action I want to do. Well, I mean, I guess I could do targeting mark, but I don't want to do that on this turn because I shot him already, and I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay, fair enough. Arrow, you're up.
Okay, well, we're seeing. I just looked at my monitor. The CPU thing's gonna make me laugh all session. So Arrow is gonna see this thing rise out of its coffin and be like, "Whoa, now that is one ugly bastard." And
Yeah,
you
I
all...
should mention the coffin is like vertical
right.
with open face
that-
facing the doorway.
That wasn't clear to me, but I get
Yeah.
it now.
My apologies. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's vertical
I
and
was,
the
I was
open
like,
side is
it's
facing the door.
horizontally hovering. I can grab
No,
onto
yeah.
it and pull myself up. No.
Yeah. That's why I was saying you're holding on.
No, I got it. I got
Yeah.
it.
So, he'll say that, and he will use. He's going to give all of you bardic inspiration, a D4 for inspiring concerto. So
Nice.
What is he gonna say to do that?
It was the ugly
that's what I
bastard
said.
thing.
The ugly bastard line.
Okay. Fair enough. A bit of like negging instead of.
Yes, and actually, Raz in the chat called this right, because he looks into the camera, goes just like this, like, "Wow, that is one ugly bastard."
You have to thing, so yeah.
Is your camera on right now? Because you didn't have it on earlier. You hadn't been filming this.
He'll start filming when we come in here. So yeah, he's
Okay,
the camera's
all
rolling
right.
on this.
Miss him screaming like a little girl for the earlier zombies. Probably good PR.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably good.
Gotta. Somebody clip my heroic moments. I need them desperately. That's just my bonus action, though, right?
Yeah, that's just a bonus
so,
action.
let's see here. He's got an attack.
He does.
He's gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Ever's gonna have to make that save too,
That's fine.
because they are basically sharing a square.
Oh, that's
What
right.
save is it?
Dexterity.
Yes.
What's your bonus, Aaron?
My bonus is 5.
So you need a 13.
I got an 18, so I'm fine.
Nice.
The Veerux mummy is glowing with fairy fire, so you have
Yes.
advantage on attack rolls against it. Okay, next up is Twig. Unless Arrow wanted to move somewhere in the room, you're standing in the doorway right now.
No, the doorway is a pretty good spot to be.
Okay,
So that's where he's
sure.
at. Yeah, pass.
All right, so Twig, we are coming down this hallway after already fighting, so I think my pistol is out of my holster, and I have my shield activated already. So I use the holster of the Hidden's ability, so we'll just be firing normal from here.
Okay. I should note it is still 0G. I forgot about this.
Oh,
Ever shouldn't
yeah,
have had
that's
to roll
right.
that. You shouldn't have to roll that because you have thrusters. You just jumped
Yeah.
up there. Yeah, so if you want to make that third attack, you didn't need to hold on to anything.
That's fine. Let's assume for the moment that it's a precarious enough situation that I didn't want to fumble it.
Fair enough.
I'm going to, I suppose, use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. On yourself?
And, yeah, we'll do it myself. So that boosts my AC. Okay, active. And then I'm going to attack it with my gun. No, it's a
Okay.
bold new opportunity to use this toy, but we're going to fire. Going to be 11 plus 6, which would be
You have
17.
advantage.
And I have advantage because of Fairy Fire.
Fairy fire, yep.
Okay,
With all of
that's
your attacks.
lower with an 11.
Okay. So you hit.
17?
Oh,
Okay,
yep.
17 hits. I'm going to smite at first level.
Okay. You get an extra
So
D8
that's-
because it's undead.
So first level is 2d8 plus d8. All right.
While you roll your damage, huge thanks to Bear Mail for following us. Thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
16 plus 9. It's 27 plus 3. 30 damage for my first attack, and I'm going to roll with my second.
Is that a magical weapon, Getty?
It is my plasma pistol from the holster of the Hidden. I don't know if the
Yes,
holster makes it. Okay, cool.
The holster imparts the magicness, yeah. So it takes that damage, and it did not like it.
I'm gonna attack second attack here. That's a I see. That's a 9 and an 8, so I don't think I'll be hitting on the second one.
What'd you get total?
9 and an 8. They
Oh,
rolled
like
a 2
with
and
your-
a 3.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
But pretty good first attack. I'll take it.
Yep.
And so he's gonna move into the room, like along the side, looking around. Is there anything else? Like this guy's hooked up to the computers? He said.
Yeah, so imagine a upright coffin, open face. He's hanging
Okay.
out of it with his axe. It's being held in place by a bunch of webs attached to the walls. Not like spider webs, but like webs of this almost gelatinous substance.
Fun.
And those same webs are hooked into the ports of a bunch of servers that basically cover the back half of the cylinder that go up
Okay.
about 15 feet tall. It's a lot of servers.
Cool. Yeah. If I can find a spot that looks like cover, I'm going to move to it. And
You could get cover if you go to the other side of the.
I use my bonus action. I can't take the.
Oh
take
yeah,
cover
okay,
ability.
fair enough. Okay, so as you fire your radiant shot of energy, and Ever, you're right up there in its face, so you see it like reel back and like make that kind of noise as like parts of its flesh like cake off. And it leans forward again and its eyes flash red. And I'm gonna need everybody actually really just Ever and Twig, because you're the ones who are actually in the room currently. I need you guys to make me a strength save.
Ooh, a strength save. Very exciting.
17.
3.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh no.
Hey, you have
so-
a D4 to add.
I do have D4. Do I waste
Getty,
it on this?
all I have to say is that it's a refreshing change for Ever to not be the one on the threshold of death after 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can rescue me this time. When I die, as the
it's
only
still-
healer.
It's still one round.
Healing.
It's still round one.
I failed the-
Audrey.
I
Don't
failed the
speak too soon.
Ben, it's a turn of phrase because the last couple times whenever was on death's doorstep, it had been after at least a couple rounds of combat.
It's true. All right, so Ever, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and Twig, you take 7, and you are restrained as the various gelatinous tendrils manifest into the material from the ethereal where they had not been before and swing around wildly.
Yeah, she's
I'm
like, is
making-
this gonna be good cover? And then it goes like, and she's like, oh, I see. Cool. Shit.
Bad.
You can attempt to escape as an action on your turn.
Cool.
All right. Next up is the only person who lost to the lair action, so that is Scarrick, but you still all beat the enemies.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's nice. What you
Okay.
doing, bud?
So the ones that came out and swung around, were they like the ones that were attaching the coffin to the servers?
No,
Or
so
were they different?
there's a bunch of ones in the material plane, right?
Mhm.
And then there are a bunch that you can see on the ethereal plane. Those are the
Okay.
ones that became physical and swung around and then
Okay.
became ethereal again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to move Mars up to the doorway, just inside the room.
Okay.
We were following the trail, so he still got detect magic going, and I still have ethereal sight.
Yep.
So he's going to position himself so that anyone behind him can get a lot of cover in the doorway, but he's not blocking Ever and Twig from getting out if they need to.
Okay. So you're protecting your best boy. Aaron.
How
Got it.
many? Well, I guess it doesn't matter how many because I can only fire 3 at the same time. Mars is targeting specifically 3 of the strands attaching the
into the
coffin,
servers?
going into the servers,
Okay.
splitting up a magic missile out of his shoulder, like
Okay.
Iron Man.
So I will say that there is roughly 5 hit points, like points that you can target where it's going into the servers.
Okay.
One for each missing person who isn't already gone. Yeah, so you can hit 3 of those if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay, you don't need to roll damage. The magic missiles will strike them, and those tendrils will like swell and burst.
Okay.
So those servers aren't plugged in currently. 3 of the 5.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, fair enough. So the mummy kind of glances back at the burst lines and then back towards you, Ever, because you're in its face.
Mhm.
And it's going to make another one of those like cries, those like wheezing cries. And I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
A lot of saves, huh? A great amount of
Mhm.
saves.
Well, you
I
don't
think I
have
got this
disadvantage
one.
for being restrained on a wisdom save, at least.
There's
That's true.
that.
Oh, cool.
But you can be me and add nothing. So I got an 8.
Fantastic.
Got a 13. So like.
13 makes it.
Physically, Ever is stacked. Mentally,
Mentally.
Can't win them all.
you might say she's a herb.
Garrick,
I
an 8.
love
Okay.
No,
her.
18 for Mars. And
Mars
20
doesn't need to make it. It's immune to this
Okay.
effect.
Well, 21 for Scarrick.
Okay. I was gonna say wisdom's your best stat, so.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Twig,
Twig did a 19.
did a 19. Okay.
19.
So just Ever, you feel that you feel the mummy's dreadful glare wash over you, and you are frightened until its next turn.
Cool.
And then it's going to smack you in the face with the butt of its axe first.
A brick hits the ground.
My
Yeah.
AC 16.
It misses you. You let go for a second, and it like, woof, and then it's gonna go ahead and swing. But it is two-handing, so it's gonna have to roll a check not to go spinning from its own melee attack, because 0G. But it does succeed that, and also hits you very firmly.
Okay.
You don't have anything special for necrotic, right?
No.
Okay. All right. I need you to roll a con save.
Sure. My best save, and I still only got a 10.
Okay. You feel so you take 13 points of damage as its axe. It doesn't actually. It turns out the axe wasn't as physical as you thought it would be. It actually slid through your body.
Gross.
Oh, fun.
And you feel like it warp things as it goes through. And also, you can go ahead and write that you are cursed on your sheet.
Okay. I will write that. I don't love it, but I will write it.
As long as that's in effect, you cannot regain hit points.
Clips right through.
Sure.
Cool.
Sure. Sure.
And you're going to slowly die as well.
Bad.
Thank you. Great.
Yep. But, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Getty, I spoke too soon.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
And then, because that wasn't enough, you hear the tendrils shake, and 2 of the corpses float down, and land on the ground, and they start like 4, all limb crawling, like crab walk style towards you guys. We'll say that they're both going to Mars because shooting those things is something that they didn't care for. Mars, what's your AC?
It is 16.
Okay. You're only hit once.
Okay.
Oh, but for max damage, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as one of them slams into you. And Mars, you're using magnetic boots in the 0G, correct? Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, you You don't go falling back with him. You just act as a hard point as this thing runs into you. The other one misses you and flies past you into the doorway next to Arrow, and like thuds against the frame.
Body just fly
Hate that.
by.
All right. We are back into round 2, starting with Ever.
Cool. So, how far from me is the lid of the coffin?
It's on the ground about 15 feet down.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Frightened
you-
means what? I have to
You
move away
can't
from him.
move- Yeah, you can't. You don't have to move away. You can't move towards him, and you have disadvantage on most rolls you make while you can see him.
And I don't
Sure,
have my
that's-
anti-fear aura up until like later, right? Like level 7 or 8.
It's a
Uh,
higher level.
so paladins get their own immunity to fear, but the anti-fear aura is a specific paladin. It's not all. I don't think.
Okay.
But it is the later level.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna fly down to that and prop it up so that I can use it as cover,
Okay, fair enough.
and then I will fire at him with my regular pistol.
Well, it cancels to a regular attack because he is fairy fired, but you are frightened.
That's okay.
But you can
I
go ahead and make
will.
your 2 attacks.
I will take it. So a 17 and a 20.
They both hit.
Great, and I'm getting an extra D8 because it's a different weapon than I used last round, and I'm getting an extra +2 because I moved at least 10 feet.
Yep.
So, just sharing with the class. Let's see, 14. So 21 for the first attack. This is also ballistic, not magical.
Yep.
17 for the second attack.
All right. I mean, you're still definitely hurting it, magical or not. It is taking those hits.
Cool. And then my
Uh,
bonus action is to take cover, of course.
Right. 3/4, 1/2. Which one?
1/2.
Okay. All right. Next up is Arrow. So you got one corpse crawling on Mars. The other one's like in the door frame next to you. And then you've got the big bad in the center of the room, and you can see everybody currently. Twig is restrained.
So
Ben, I forgot to ask, did you need to tell me anything because I'm cursed on my turn, or is that on his turns?
No, you're good.
Cool.
Mummy rot only affects you once a day.
Got it. Thank you.
gross. So seeing this other mummy that is now sharing the doorframe with Arrow, Arrow's not having a good time with that. However, we've learned something very important about 0G and Thunderwave. So Arrow's gonna move into the room, so he's now looking at the doorframe,
Mhm.
and is gonna like turn to the zombie, be like, "Get lost!" and then blast Thunderwave at him, at it through the doorframe to send it
Arrow's
flying down the
signature
hall.
move. Okay, what's the so it needs a 13, is that right?
Yes.
What's your charisma?
My charisma is an 18, so I add 4.
Okay, so no, it needs a 15. Because it should be 3 from your proficiency.
Yeah, you're
4 from
right.
your
Wow,
charisma.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Somebody hasn't been paying attention, and that person is me.
You're good, you good. Roll your damage. It did make it save, which means it technically doesn't get pushed back.
That's rude.
No.
That's rude.
Yep, it held on to the doorway.
Ugh. Well, I hope it blows up.
But
So-
you get pushed back into the servers across the room.
Bonk!
Oh my gosh. Because he's not holding on to anything. We've learned
Your
nothing.
actions have consequences, Arrow.
Actions have consequences. Bullshit.
Because of 0G, I could push this guy. He'll go flying. Nope.
Let's see here. 2d8 thunder. All right. Hey, that's not great. 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
Okay. So it's still up because it did make it save.
Rude.
It's still in the doorway, but you fly backwards. You don't hit hard enough to hurt yourself, but you do like bump up directly against the servers across the room.
Uh-oh.
Ow. Okay. And let's see here. I guess I still have my bonus action. What does he say? I don't know. Gross, 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 gross! Kill it! Kill it! You all have another D4 if you've spent it.
I haven't used it. I
I'll
don't
have to
think
do
any
that,
of us
Ryan.
have used it.
They
So
don't
you maybe
stack,
don't want to do
so you
that.
probably want to hold off on
None
that.
of you have used it. Oh, I guess you haven't, have you?
Yeah.
I've
That's
either
right.
rolled so well or so poorly that there was no sense in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You really need an in-between roll.
Yeah, really, for it to make a difference. Well, in that case, no. He's not
Yeah.
gonna. No need to spend that. No need to spend that resource. Trying to think of anything else he'd want to do or his bonus action other than scream.
I don't know. That's pretty in character for him.
That's
Pretty
a
in
valid
character,
bonus
yeah.
action.
Yeah.
If you'd like to,
Let
you
it
could
rip.
maybe roll investigation to check out the servers since you're over there now.
That's a valid call. And then he's over here. I
Make
mean,
sure
he
you
watched.
didn't, hit the delete button with your ass.
Say we're
My cat sat on my
we're
keyboard.
trying to save these comatose immersed people, but a dummy thick cloud of
I'm
Oh
leaving.
my God.
Goodbye.
Stream is
Someone
canceled.
gets on the comm. Arrow! Arrow! Arrow!
My God. My investigation. I roll a 15 on the die, and I add 5 because I'm smart. So 20 actually.
Okay. So you take a look around. You notice that all of the servers are wired together, and they seem to run up to a separate, larger, like dome-shaped server that's mounted to the ceiling, which is kind of an odd-shaped server if you've ever seen one. Definitely doesn't look like standard fare. Like all of these guys look like they may have been repurposed from servers that were part of the AI VI core or whatever, but that top one does not look the same. Likewise, you can tell that one section of the servers is actually currently inactive, whereas the other 5 are currently running, and 3 of them are freed from whatever like weird thing was plugged into them at the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But the larger like server to server connection is still there. It's really just like the weird gelatinous arm things aren't in them. Those are
Okay.
the 3 that Scarrick hit.
Okay.
And you did not, in fact, hit the delete or off button with your dummy thick butt.
That's good. Thank goodness.
Twig,
Yes.
you're up. You're currently restrained.
I'm going to attempt to free myself.
Okay. That'll be a strength check, but you don't have disadvantage because an athletics check.
I'm going to use the bonus. Athletics is a -1, so 12 plus 4 is 16.
Yep. So you break free.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
From the restrained.
Okay. And I'm going to move to somewhere that does not look like a booby-trapped server block.
Fair.
If that's cool.
Yep.
Yep. I used my action for that. I guess with my bonus action, I'm trying to... Did I take damage? I did take damage. I didn't make my concentration check last turn.
Okay.
I'm going to make it for the Shield of Faith. I fail that roll. Shield of Faith is gone.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Everything is fine. I'd like to bonus action take cover somewhere. That'd be great, if that's cool.
The only real place you could do that is if you like jump underneath the coffin lid with Ever. Which is fine. You can both fit under it.
I'm in
It's a
there.
big
Or
coffin lid.
behind
Or behind Mars.
Yeah.
Those are your
I'm
two
next
choices.
to Ever. I'm next to Ever.
Cool. Great.
A twig joins you underneath the
I'm
lid.
like poking half out because I only took half
Yep.
cover anyway. So.
Half or 3/4 twig.
Oh, half cover is fine.
All right.
Oh shit, he hit you.
It's fine. Just gotta.
Here, hold on,
It's
let me...
pretty freaky.
I don't have the action for it, but she's gonna try and lay on hands next turn.
Okay. So Flare action happens. That center piece at the top, you're really the only one who's looking at it right now, Arrow.
Uh-huh.
You see as it spins and slowly like opens up, like a camera lens almost,
Gross.
and a little piece like comes down. It looks kind of like a weird looking turret. And it looks down and it kind of like scans the room for a second. You see it like do a quick scan before settling on you.
Oh shit.
And I need you to tell me what your AC is.
My AC is 12.
Okay. So I need you to roll an intelligence save.
Don't love that, but okay. Before I look at my result, can I use a point of lucky for being a dumbass?
I guess I'll allow it.
For blasting myself back here. I'm imagining this intense firefight with this like evil mummy thing, and Arrow's just like to the back.
Basically. Ever took cover behind the coffin and then you just flew past it.
Where that is placed, that's kind of what happened. Okay. Oh my god. I'm really glad you told me that I could do that because I just saw what my result is. Oh my god, I rolled 2 7s.
All right.
Arrow's getting sucked onto the network, y'all.
So
it's a total of 10.
This golden beam fires out, and Arrow, you freeze up for a second, and then you watch as your body vanishes into a bunch of squares and is beamed into it and is gone.
What?
Would you say pixels then? Would you say pixels perhaps?
I would say that if you've ever seen the classic movie Tron.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just got troned. Are you serious?
You got Tron, bitch!
That's what Garrick yells over the comms.
Oh my god.
My health insurance is not going to cover this.
Arrow just got troned.
Ben, you didn't tell me this campaign was an isekai.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the world of the Veerux.
Sorry, everybody who cared about these characters. Now we're gonna play a virtual reality game for the rest of the season.
I can't believe I'm a
man.
bard in another world.
This
If
is
I
like
was quicker on
Yu-Gi-Oh!
the
Season
I would have
4.
just top decked a comparatively like character stereotype from an Izaki that I could like say, oh, this is my character now. But I don't know anything
Yeah.
about Izakis because I don't watch anime because anime is bad.
I'm sorry,
It is
Getty, the
bad,
term
it's
is
true.
isekai.
Oh my fucking god! I love my favorite isekai, Kill 6 Billion Demons.
It is
Valid-
kind of an isekai, actually.
Shit, actually.
It's like 6 billion isekais combined.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Throne. We got protagonists anyway.
You're all horrible.
All right. Anyways,
Anyway.
Scarrick, you and Mars are up. You just watched Arrow get troned.
So Scarrick probably doesn't even catch it with the zombie right on the front of Mars.
That's true. It is
And,
like scrabbling at you.
So
It's licking the glass and like leaving stains, like streaks.
Ew.
Like, you have to clean that later.
yeah, that's gross. Mars is going
Look,
to Mars is gonna like basically try to uppercut underneath it while turning his hand into the plasma blade to swipe
nice. Okay. Sure, go for it.
up into it. That's
Optimus
I will
Prime.
say this. Notably, Arrow
hot
still hasn't
tonight.
taken damage, so that fairy fire is still going even though he's digitized.
Well, that's
God.
good.
It's Cyber
I'm-
Chase.
I'm gonna assume an 18 hits a zombie.
It does, yeah. Go
Okay.
for it.
Okay. That's gonna be 9 points of plasma damage.
Okay, you kill that zombie.
Okay, and after Mars just rips it in half, he is going to I guess Garrick's basically in control of him. So can I use part of my movement to close the door to this room?
Sure, roll a d6.
Yeah, just close the door. I like how that's our solution to most things that we want to
One.
deal with. Just close the
Okay.
door.
The door closes, but it doesn't deal enough damage to the zombie to kill it, so it's like pinned in
Okay.
the doorway, still alive.
Okay. So then Mars is gonna move over to the mummy guy if he has the
So the mummy guy is
left.
15 feet up.
15 feet up.
So,
Okay.
so like you can move under him, or you can move where Arrow or Ever and Twig are, but you're gonna need to like leave the ground, like jump off, turn off your magnetics if you want to actually physically get to him.
Is he close enough to the ground where Mars could probably try to reach up and clamp his feet?
I'll give you a chance. It'll be a disadvantage though.
Well, he's fairy fired, so
Sure, so it'll be regular roll.
okay, I'll go for that. Mars is gonna try to yank his ass down.
Fair enough.
So that's a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. We got 9 points of damage from that, and the grapple.
Okay.
Clamp him. Gonna start.
So you clamp him and you pull him down.
Pull his ass down.
Yep, you pull him down. So he's now all up in Mars's business, just in time for him to go.
And then he's like, "Where did Arrow go?"
Where is she? No.
Where's Arrow?
Where's Arrow?
As the mummy is being pulled down, it turns and kind of looks at you, and it's gonna slam the butt end of its axe into Mars. Ever, you're no longer frightened, by the way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I had to roll it.
Just let it last the round and then goes away.
Sure.
Okay. Mars, what's Mars's AC?
16.
Wow, almost minimum damage. 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it goes and it's going to swing its axe. And you watch as the blade of the axe goes through Mars, as does the rest of the axe, directly towards Scarrick.
Uh-oh.
Nope, nope, nope.
Fighting the one thing that can attack Scarrick while he's in the chassis.
Scarrick, go and roll me a con save, please.
Terrifying.
That'll be a 14.
Okay. So you make the con save. You don't have mummy rot, always a bonus, but you do take 12 points of necrotic damage. As the axe slides through you. Let's see here. The remaining zombie manages to like push the door open, but its turn is over. So we're back at the top of round 3 with Ever.
Cool. So Ever's gonna say, "Sorry, Twig, I gotta take this cover." I would like to pick up the lid
Mhm.
and thrust her up to the zombie.
So Mars dragged it down to its level. It's no longer in front of the coffin.
Man.
Yeah, sorry. It's currently being grappled by Mars.
How far down was Mars able to drag it?
Like 5 feet, but he basically had to do a little hop to get him.
Yeah, well, this will still function.
Okay.
Is the coffin suspended like exactly where it was if some of the strands are broken?
The strands that Mars blew up didn't like make the coffin slump or anything. Those strands are attached to the
I guess my
regular wall.
question is, how is the coffin suspended?
A bunch of like gelatinous webbing.
Okay, then never mind. I don't take the lid. I don't say that. I don't do any of that.
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure because my plan was to shut this thing back in its coffin with a grenade, but I
Oh
can't
my
do that
God.
if it's been pulled down.
Oh.
So
Sadly, if it had still been up there.
It totally works on vampires. I'll tell you that right now.
Who wouldn't that kill? Anyways,
well, how many of the strand thingies are left, did you say?
there's 2 of them still attached to servers.
And can I theoretically get to them both
Oh, yeah.
in a round? Okay, cool.
Sure
I'll
can.
just cut them down with my plasma staff then.
Okay. You don't need to roll, you just do it.
Sure.
It requires 2 attacks, which you have. So
That's
you bust them down, freeing the last 2 servers from whatever that was doing.
Sure. I don't know. It just
Arrow.
seems like a thing to do.
Arrow.
Probably how he's
Oh, no.
So
consciousness.
Oh my god.
you are generated physically inside the digital space. As you come to and you kind of blink and take in your surroundings, you find yourself in a long chamber that appears to be glass across the ceiling and down to one side in like a not a dome because it's more like an oval in shape, but it is just open space beyond as far as you can tell. Alongside you down the channels are 6 basically like stasis tanks, 5 actually all 6 of which have a person inside them.
You have described to me the pilot episode of Futurama, except the wall is a giant window facing space. Sorry. Do I have a pizza?
It's okay. You don't have a
Got a beer
pizza.
can.
Okay.
But there is 3 on either side of you. And then there is a large like pedestal on top of a dais with some stairs going up it, and sitting on that pedestal is a book.
Ben,
And you can show that key art
Oh,
that I
sure
had you
can.
load up if you
Oh,
like.
I sure
shit.
can. So I see this book. Oh my gosh, which is gross looking. Except the artwork is phenomenal. Artwork by Nutella.
Tellerella's artwork always is.
Always is. But Arrow is disgusted.
As he should be.
Okay, does it seem like there's anything else in here other than
Nope.
and
Now that you can see.
and is
Do
this a
it.
digital
Do it.
space? Is Arrow in a digital space or is it like he physically here?
He seems to physically be in, as far as he can tell, he is physically standing there in a new place.
If he
Like
slaps
he's been
himself in the
teleported.
face.
He feels it.
Ow. Ow. What the hell? Hello? Anything?
There is no need to shout.
Oh,
Oh shit.
God.
You see the book on the pedestal like slide upwards by itself.
Oh my
And
god.
a couple of the eyes on the book blink, and you see that the teeth on the spine are actually rippling as the voice sounds.
There's a lot of need to yell. Looks around for an exit.
There is no door out of here.
Does it say that or does you say that?
That was me telling
Okay.
Arrow.
Okay.
out of
Just to be
character.
So
sure.
while we're fighting a mummy and a bunch of zombies, you're gonna fight a book.
Cursed reading
A
rainbow.
book. Nerd ass. Nerd.
It's my worst fear. Homework.
Oh my gosh.
It attacks your hair like a bat.
Okay, so like Arrow will look around, see that it's pretty obvious that this gross thing is talking to me. So where are we? And he'll like sort of like step forward to like look at one of these like I guess cryo chambers.
Yeah, you look inside and you see leads from lightning floating in some sort of like cryo liquid. And it says, "Welcome to a cyber prison, Arrow."
Uh, yeah, that's okay.
I did not expect you to be the first.
First of what? He'll say as he like steps forward to the next cryo chamber.
You look inside that one and you see the human that you guys had been like hunting for. The way he looked after the Veerux imagery vanished from him.
Right. Okay. Arrow can put together what this place is then. Okay. And it looks at the book and says, "All right. And what does that make you?"
I am unsure if I wish to state that as yet. The rest of your companions have yet to join us.
Guys, are you hearing this? He'll attempt to use his shortwave comm. Anything?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Nothing?
Just static.
Okay. Does he have his camera on him? Or was
Nope,
it...
the camera didn't digitize.
Oh gosh.
It's still floating back in the material
It's still
world.
floating back there.
Yep.
Okay. So then say great. Okay.
Shall we play a game?
Arrow will
I was muted, but okay, Jigsaw.
Sorry.
I was waiting for him to be sent to fucking Disc Wars a while ago.
This is where Arrow looks at this thing and says, "Way ahead of you," and pulls out his dual disc.
Oh my god.
Loser lost in the Shadow Realm.
It's
No,
time. Duel. No. So making a mockery of this serious moment. So Arrow's like,
you just killed your wife.
oh no, look. Oh no. She's dead.
a screen appears above it, and you see the rest of the party fighting.
Okay.
And it says, if they kill my butcher before I digitize each of them, then I will spare your life.
That sounds like a really one-sided result, and he'll start to he'll make sure his grip on his glove. He still has his gloves on, right?
Yeah, your clothes are here with you.
Okay. Well, I mean, he
It's
wears
the magic fighting glove.
Yeah, he wears a shock gauntlet, and then he has his
Gauntlet of
His
Rays or
gauntlet
whatever.
of rays. Yeah.
Is the feed from Arrow's camera?
No,
The
he doesn't
feed-
have the camera.
Is it no?
Yeah, it's the camera that you're seeing, that footage.
It's my feed, the camera feed to Arrow.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Yeah. So he's hacking your camera to show you our fight.
That's so messed up.
Copyright, dude.
You owe me royalties for that. Arrow says, "Sounds like a pretty one-sided bargain. I mean, you're just a book." And he'll start to approach and look at this thing. He doesn't want to touch it, but he'll look at it.
You approach, and more of the eyes blink. It's just kind of random which ones are the ones, but they all look like real eyeballs and real teeth down the spine, and the leather that the book is bound in, it looks like skin,
Oh wait, that's not the wrong.
though not human skin. Certainly not human.
What the hell is this? And Arrow gets a close look at it. And I guess you let me know whenever we're
The
cut off.
appropriate question is, who the hell is this?
Right.
All right, we're gonna go to Twig's turn.
Okay. sounds
Hi.
All right,
Did
Twig,
it
what
ever
you got?
go?
Yeah, ever went before Arrow.
Okay. And my cover is still intact.
You have your cover. Yep.
Okay. Well, she just
Currently-
levers her gun out of the cover, and she's like, "Where's Arrow?" And she's gonna fire twice on it.
Okay.
Although, wait, is lay on hands a bonus or an action? I should really have this written down.
He's in the Matrix.
It might be a bonus for yourself,
It's an
but
action.
action for someone else.
It's an action.
Oh. I don't know anything.
How hurt does Ever look?
I'm not bloodied.
She doesn't do it yet then. I'm going to attempt to attack it. Is it still under fairy fire?
Yeah, it is.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to smite first level.
Seems good. Double those
Nice.
smite dice.
Loving it.
Kill it.
Kill it. And then first level is 2d8 plus 1 for the monster. All right. And that means I'm rolling 2 dice base, and we double the dice from the smite as well.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Tasty crits.
Aaron's over there, like
I own a lot of d8s because I
having
play a lot of
crit withdrawal.
paladins, but sometimes
It's crit or jail. It's backwards for you guys, but that's what it says. I need a mirror.
Okay. All right. So here we go. That's 6, 7, 8 die right here.
Love it. Click clack.
16, 20, 5, 10. So 20, 36, 37, 38, 39 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
Then the second attack. It's only going to be a 13 to attack.
13
You have your
does not
D4
hit.
still. You have your D4 still.
Used my D4 on my savings throw last time.
You're right.
That is not enough to hit it.
Okay.
That's a miss. Okay. You
Okay.
maintain.
Does it care about
cover
Radiant?
action. Radiant works against it.
Okay, cool. Well, it's radiant and plasma damage, if that matters.
Yep.
I maintain my cover. Yep. Sounds good.
So you blow a literal hole through it with that attack. It definitely looks severely injured as it's like hanging there in Mars's arms. As the little nozzle kind of does a little scan again, and this time splits into 2 beams and will fire at 2 people. So Ever is getting fired at. Okay.
Hate that.
And Twig, you're in cover, correct?
Is it a ranged attack?
It is, yeah.
Okay. What's my... If hit by a ranged attack, use reaction to add proficiency bonus to your AC. But it has to make the attacks first, I guess.
Okay. So what's your total AC, Twig?
Right now, with the cover that I have, half cover is 21.
Okay, so it does hit you.
I'm going to use duck and cover to add my proficiency bonus with 3 to it.
Okay.
So 24.
24 does not hit you.
Yay!
Nice.
Ever, I need you to roll an intelligence save.
I got a 20.
Okay. So you get hit with it, and you see yourself slowly digitizing, but it doesn't seem to be happening very fast. So it's just like a...
starts to panic.
I see. So this isn't something I can prevent. It's just going to happen, and it's just a matter of whether or not it happens now or later. Okay.
Correct. All right. Skerrick, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna first use my bonus action to burn a core charge and hot fix Mars.
Okay.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. I will heal him a total of 15 points.
Got somebody breathing in the mic. Somebody's
Me,
breathing into the
probably.
mic. Okay.
But my sensitivity shouldn't be set that high.
Okay, so that's my bonus action, and for the action, Mars is going to try to as releasing from the clamp, pull him down in a range so that he could try to grab the axe, like the handle of the axe.
All right.
With the clamp, and then gonna do a follow up with the plasma blade if that works.
Yeah, roll a strength check.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Okay. All right, so you grab the handle of the axe, you pull him down further.
And gonna take the plasma blade and just try to slice the axe's handle in half, or if there looks like a power source on it, try to just slash that off.
Doesn't look like it has a power source. Looks like the energy it's made up of is magic, not technology.
Okay, then just gonna try to slice off one of his hands. That's
make an attack roll.
Grabbing it.
Valid.
If he's the power source, I'm gonna slice him off. 16.
That hits.
Oh hell yeah!
You do have advantage. You might roll a crit.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, let's see. Nope. That was worse. Yeah. So 6 points of plasma damage.
So even halved, that does technically take him down. So
Oh shit.
So Mars grabs him, pulls him like really close, and then takes that plasma sword and drives it through the side of its head. Because you're pretty sure you read something about beheading vampires or mummies or something.
Right.
That's valid. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you slice through and its head rolls.
Might have been Highlanders.
Yeah, right. Might have been Highlanders. Its body shudders and then begins to just turn to dust in Mars's hands. Yep.
Mars will spin the clamp to shake the dust off, and then it forms back into his normal hand.
Incredible.
And I just immediately start looking around for other power sources and things that I could potentially figure out a way to get Arrow back.
Sure. So you look up and you see Ever half digitized as the rest of her digitizes. You have one turn before, like you get to do something before you digitize if you want.
There's
to.
nothing I can do. So
Yeah. Like you can say something if you want.
No, I really don't.
Arrow wants to say something.
Yes.
Since we're
Arrow.
watching real time and talking is a free action, Arrow is gonna watch Mars just slice this mummy and be like, "Okay, now send me back, you Dewey Decimal piece of shit."
In good time, Arrow. But I very much wish to speak with you. Or rather, not you. With her. And you guys watch as Ever is fully digitized, and then the digitization beam starts firing at you two.
Yay! Cool. Okay.
Mars steps over to Twig and puts a hand on. Well, the one hand covers both shoulders.
Okay.
And you hear Scarrick's voice over Mars's comm say, "Well, at least we're in this together."
What? We can shut down the system, right?
So Ever, you're the second one to show up in the digital space. It looks just how I described previously.
Mm-hmm.
And a few seconds after you, the others will appear. But you see Arrow up near the book.
Check.
Arrow's up here like, "Ever, get over here. You got a flesh book notification."
What? Where are we?
You are in a digital space.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, Ben. What the fuck is that? Can I roll?
Yeah, what are all my senses telling me at this moment? Because
none of them appear to be operating here. So
Oh, boy.
your sense of sight is telling you that is a book.
Yes, no, I meant a knowledge check of some kind.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead, roll the history.
Oh shit. I got a well, because I have to subtract one, I got an 18.
Okay.
My
Um,
intelligence is an 8.
Honestly, you're not entirely sure, other than the fact that that book, in and of itself, feels very Veerux to you. In a moment, you might have an epiphany, but at current, you don't.
Okay.
And it says, good. You are all here. Specifically, you, Twig.
Okay, I'm just gonna say right up, not cool with whatever anyone just jacking into my brain knows that my name is. Like, you want to explain yourself?
Perhaps. I do believe I at least owe you the privilege of some explanation,
Oh
given
yeah,
that
'cause
you
you're a
have
gold eye asshole.
beaten my plans twice now. And the
Twice.
gold eye appears hovering above the book.
Oh.
Twig's like hair and eyes are just like a bright pink, like fading towards red. Just like she's her arrows and arrows. She's just pissed.
You may call me Zithix,
How about
Truth
fuckface?
of Zoltan.
Statistics, huh?
Well, you're starting to sound like something from a real old movie. Some crazy computer that went mad and tried to kill everybody. I think his name was
Oh.
Hal.
I am not a computer. This
Well, you
is,
sound like it. And
as
Scarab
you
pops out of
say,
Mars.
an avatar. Purely code. Unlike yourselves, I am not physically here.
So the
Why
Veerux
are
write their
we?
computers in books, huh? Is that what I'm getting?
Yo,
The Veerux.
you're not
manage-
here, but you can just, command technology that can digitize organic material.
What is built, from my knowledge, is part of my control.
Okay.
Now, as I said, I will give you something for your victories. It is far too interesting dealing with you to not do so.
Oh.
Is that the explanation you said
I
we were
don't.
owed, or
I just really quick. Anything that's gonna present itself as a talking book online probably is some like weird fetish thing, just in my experience. And I just want to say that I don't want anything
Never.
from you, whether it's like a fetish thing or a Veerux thing. I really just want you to let these fucking people go, okay?
I am certain that you will figure out how to release them yourselves when you are rematerialized.
what's going on?
I will keep this brief. You do not have a great deal of time. I serve Zoldan, God of Truth. My purpose is to bring him and his truthful glory to your pitiful galaxy. Your station is of interest to me. I require something hidden on it.
And why are you telling us this?
You asked for an explanation, and given your victories, I have decided to give you one.
Well, that doesn't really explain anything. I mean,
It's just very cryptic.
you took a whole damn chunk of the station.
How close is Zolden? Like, how close to getting here?
Are you asking me that, or are you asking
I'm asking the book.
specifics? Oh. What an odd query. Would your master not tell you this, Twig, agent of justice?
So you don't know everybody's
Yes.
names. That's reassuring.
She is what we call Enigma.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just noticed that you put the book over Ben's face.
Thank you.
I did.
I'm glad
listen,
you did this.
I did every time I cut when Ben.
This is why I clicked off the stream.
Sorry, distraction. I was like, Ben speaking as the book. What if I drag the book art over there, just their face? Only
Oh my
when
God.
Ben, only when you're talking as the book, though. When you talk as the GM, I bring you to full screen.
I see.
Sorry. I'm sorry,
love
everyone. I
this.
was just trying to be funny.
Okay.
Whew.
I will give you an option. Nothing ultimately will stop me from finding what I am looking for. But I need not continue my hunt if it is provided for me.
And why would that happen?
Because you wish for me and mine to leave Kestia alone.
I mean, I think you can safely expand that to the Nakora, so fuck off.
What if we did? What is it?
I require a ancient artifact hidden on your station. A mask of great power. Power that can fall empires.
Is it like a Veerux mask, or is it like
No, I know exactly what he wants.
What? You do?
She looks over at you with this expression like,
I imagine you would.
Is it from the Mask
Treasure
Museum?
hunter.
It actually isn't, Eric, but we should go to the Mask Museum.
Yeah, that one's really fun. It's much more visually appealing than the Watch Museum.
It really is.
okay, so...
I will give you time to discuss and decide.
No. Here's the thing. What do we get?
How about
Fine.
not
Would you?
being agents of the Veerux? This whole thing reeks. You
no,
just
I
send us
want to
back.
hear what the deal is. I want to hear what...
No, I get it. You said you're gonna leave Kestia alone, which I'm sure will only last for as long as it takes the Veerux to get back here. But what about these people you got here? Because that's like a more immediate, better thing that you could be offering, and I notice you're not offering it.
This is true. Very well. You are asking for an act of good faith.
Yeah.
Something like it.
How do you wish to preserve the sixth consciousness?
Put them back in their body.
The one that you made us kill?
You guys didn't kill any of them.
The human?
You didn't kill him.
Yeah, we
I
saved
shot
him,
him,
didn't
but
we?
Twig healed him.
Yeah,
Twig healed him.
We saved
Yeah.
him.
Oh, okay.
Six
I murdered the
consciousness.
shit out of him.
Yeah, Steve's like, we definitely killed that.
No, I
fucker.
thought we killed that guy. I'm
Even
like,
not a bad thought because I literally was like, Ever just takes both pistols. Like,
I know I didn't do much in that fight, so I thought we just
Yeah,
murdered that
Twig
guy.
saved him from dying, so
Yeah.
he's like in critical condition in a hospital, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Peacekeepers.
Yep.
What sixth consciousness?
That of the proxy, or sorry, the Parenti,
Oh,
one
the
who
one
was-
we did
one
kill.
who was killed.
No,
Yeah.
not the
Oh,
one that
no, we
killed.
didn't
the one
kill
that was
Not the one
killed
you
and stuffed
killed.
in a
The one that
bathtub.
y'all
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Is now I'm not a
I have an idea.
computers girl, but what on earth could you possibly do to get them out of their bodies dead? They're dead at this point, right?
The body is dead, but the mind and soul persists. In
I have an
many
idea.
ways, I am the same.
Oh boy.
What,
You're
Scarrick?
used to be somebody.
I used to be many people.
What you think, Scarrick?
Well, I don't know it's possible, but you know, on many a long nights reading crazy theories on the internet, I'm pretty sure I came across something about binding a soul to a dark matter core. I might be able to put him in Mars temporarily.
here's
Whoa,
the thing,
are you
Scary.
serious?
That sounds highly experimental, and I
It-
mean, I know. All
I'm
these
not saying
people
it's a
were
good
part-
idea. It's just an idea.
Right. All these people were part of the Game Over Society, and like, isn't transcending your consciousness onto the network kind of the whole bag there? Like, how bad would it be to just let them continue existing on the network? I don't really feel qualified to make this choice for anyone.
I
doubt Mars's
well,
processors are powerful enough to like host a human, like a person. Scarrick, like you'd be.
well, it
putting,
wouldn't just be
like,
him.
somebody
It'd be
in a
him
toaster.
and me, kind of. I don't know how it would work.
Do you
These are
have
just
cyberware?
rumors I found on the internet.
Oh man.
But if this, whatever the hell this thing is, can do crazy things, maybe it's possible.
Okay, wait. Before we start theorizing, like we assume that
Scared, you can roll a computer check, by the way.
like this is gonna work. All I have to say is so whatever, book face. We'll go with that. Let's assume that we don't follow up on our end of the deal. What happens?
I will continue moving my plans forward.
You're gonna do that anyway. You're just either gonna do it on Castia or you're gonna do it somewhere else.
This is true.
So what I'm saying is, fuck you.
I got a 21.
Okay. So right now, all entry back into the station is throttled, but you know that Ash has a private line to your contact on the station. Oh fuck, what's their name?
Hazel?
Yes, thank you. A direct line to Hazel, and you could probably upload this person to Hazel if Hazel knew to expect it.
Okay.
Because like they got beamed here in the first place, right? So like
Yeah,
they can be beamed back. Like that's
So-
you're gonna have to do that anyways if you're gonna beam the rest of these people back directly to their
Yeah.
bodies from here. So whether or not
Yeah.
Hazel has a solution for this person once their consciousness is over there, who's to say? But that is at least an option.
Then yes, everyone, that.
But
But-
to
At
you
the-
ever, what Zithix says is, it is a common tactic of mortals to give things names that are not their proper real names in order to avoid feelings of fear and anger. This is an understandable reaction for a lesser being.
Whoa, now.
I mean,
Maybe it's because you don't have a memorable name.
I don't really care about that actually, because there's one other thing that, like, you and your all knowingness and all that shit about us lesser beings. The thing is, it can also be just a really big sign of disrespect because I don't care about you or your offer. And as much as I would love for you to leave Kestia alone, that doesn't really, carry the weight of an actual promise that matters.
Very well. You have made your decision.
Well, I can't decide for everybody, but
I don't know. I'm pretty much on your side. This thing sucks.
the thing is, we're probably either going to die here now, or we're going to go back and find this mask, and this thing will keep its word and we'll die later when the Veerux come to Kestia anyway. Or we get the mask and we give it to this thing and it doesn't keep its word and we die then.
Wait.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Hold on. Crazy thought here. But while we're all here considering all of our options, what happens
With the book.
Yeah, with the book, with the flesh book here. What happens if we find the mask and then destroy it? Then you got nothing reason to stick around, right? You can just fuck
Yeah,
right
what
off.
happens if there is no mask?
Yeah, what if we just like destroy it and then you're shit out of luck?
How are you so sure this is on Kestia?
Yeah.
Well, you just told it was.
No. I said I knew what artifact it was looking for. You talking about a mask of great power? There's really only one legendary artifact you want to be talking about. But how do you know it's on Kestia?
We have searched for some time. We are sure.
Yeah, well, I've been searching a long time too, and I'm not sure.
You are, as previously stated, a simple mortal creature.
How about some assurances? How about a show of good faith with these consciousnesses? Because Scarrick has a solution for the sixth one. And then a show of good faith by telling us what the fuck you know about the thing you're trying to get us to find for you.
Given your prior response, I am disinclined to give you further information about the mask of
Well, I'm pretty
Rahu
sure.
Eru.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we haven't really gone on the subtle angle for this one.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
that given that you're just gonna kill us all here anyway, there's
No,
nothing to lose by
hold
telling
on
us.
that. No, because if it could, I think it already would have. Wouldn't you have? Sifix?
You are correct, Twig.
You can't kill us here. Whatever control you have over our digital upload, whatever shit this is, it's not enough to actually affect our minds. And I'm curious
That
as
is
to why.
correct.
But I think it's because we weren't on the network directly when you tried to hack us.
Not necessarily. This is a projected construct. It is meant only for communication.
Where are you?
I am in the outer reach, as I have always been.
Dang, you got some fast, speed time on this. Usually get lag from the next system.
Magic does wonderful things.
And some pretty evil things too. Are we done here?
Mortal creatures fear the possibilities opened by abominations.
I mean,
Well-
I would prefer to talk to this thing all day because it seems to be perfectly willing to give us plenty of intel on the Veerux shit, even if it's lying.
I mean,
don't
unless
think
it's
anybody's talking to the Veerux thing in a while.
unless
like,
it's going to be
yeah,
good on its
no.
good faith promise of releasing these consciousnesses, then I
I-
think we are
here's
done
the
here.
thing. Here's the thing, Ever. It already said it can't control these things anymore. It said that we're going to figure it out whenever we get out of this bubble. So I don't think that's on the table. And telling it that it can put that on the table is just playing it up. I think the Butcher's death out there probably meant that whatever connection it has here is done. But I'm not a computer geek, so I don't really know.
Your assumption is correct.
See? Well, Zephyx, it's been fun. Enigma sends her regards, I guess. Would you mind?
As you wish. This has been most frustrating.
Oh, it's been
What?
enlightening on our end.
I did not truly expect you to make the right decision. Farewell, custodians. Oh, and one last thing. My butcher companion had a trigger inside its corpse. You had best hurry before this satellite crashes to the planet. And then you
Cool.
guys are de-digitized.
What?
Next time, program some food into your construct.
You are always hungry.
All right, we're gonna go to break, folks, and we'll
Ravash
pick up with these
metabolism.
guys becoming physical in the material world.
I guess so. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Back to the real world.
Hey you, on the couch. Are you looking for sweet video game playthroughs and content? Well, you're in luck because it's coming soon to VHS cassette. Wow. When's the last time you watched something totally awesome? Hold on to your gaming chair. Contains bonus scenes and features. Explosions, prizes, gold, victories, not victories. Funky videos are all that in a bag of chips. Booyah! Sweet! Just connect to the World Wide Web and a world of totally awesome video game content is at your fingertips. Wow! Now available on Home Funky Video.
Hello! Welcome back to Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream. We just got finished de-digitizing back to the material world.
Whew.
So you guys are once again floating in the chamber where the coffin and gooey stuff and servers are. The orb at the top of this room that had the device that beamed you guys is gone.
My camera.
And you guys are getting pinged by Ash. Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
Ash.
Oh, good. You guys went off grid there for a second. The stabilization is no longer working on this bad boy. It's going into the planet.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. We'll get back to you as fast as we can.
Okay. I mean, you got a little bit of time, but
How much time?
projections say 20 minutes.
Scarrick is already jacked into the servers and trying to figure out how long it's going to take to download everything.
Scarrick?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, sorry. You do this thing when you... Anyway, can you get those bodies... Can you get those people back to their bodies? Are we beaming that other personality? Are they beaming that other person out, or what are we doing?
We're going to try. Ever have Ash send a line to Hazel and tell him to be ready for a big download.
Sure thing.
Are we sure that doing this isn't going to like permanently fuck them up?
No,
I have no clue.
It's that or they're gone forever.
Scared, like...
I message Ash the relevant details, Ben, and I also send a message to Char to let them know that Lightning should be waking up.
Okay. So your message to Char doesn't go through the current firewall around the station. That's why Ash has that special line.
Right. Well, I'll send Ash that message and her number as well.
Okay. Ash says, all right, Hazel says it's an affirmative. They have a fast download channel open. It should be the same one they used to originally upload them off the station. So it should be able to handle the flow pretty quickly.
Okay.
Are you confident in this?
Yes.
Okay.
Twig, I don't really think we have time to doubt, so...
Here.
Well, we got a computer in this room that can run a person.
Yeah, really big computer. It's about to plummet into a planet.
No, it's me.
What? Oh. Let's do plan A first before we end up putting people in your brain.
Okay. If we don't think the download is gonna work.
Don't worry. It'll work. Arrow will say confidently with his charm.
Okay.
Rolling an insight check.
Arrow believes it works. Arrow believes...
A 1, I believe you. I'm reassured.
Perfect. You're reassured.
Perfectly reassured. Scarrick, you plug in and you start the upload. It looks like the system here is actually pretty simple. It's just like kind of like a stasis, like a digital stasis for them. So they were downloaded into it, and you're just uploading them back out the same way they came in. And you get that little little pictogram pop up as the little bars starts to go up. Just there's like a little paper leaflet going from one folder to.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Right now it says the download will take roll computers check.
Can I help?
Natural fucking 20.
5 minutes.
Thank you, Terrible Trio Dice, for providing my wonderful art pieces that I rolled numbers on.
So it'll be about 5 minutes before the last upload.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. We got 5, and then we're out.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can scrape anything else from this place while we're in here.
Oh, I'm going for a full data dump.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else?
First them, then everything that this satellite has.
What was that, Twig?
Is there anything else we can find in this RAM?
You could take a look around. Now that the mummy is destroyed, the goopy, webby stuff is starting to disintegrate. And like the coffin is slowly like drooping down towards the ground. There's the axe
Artifacts for the museum.
handle.
Yeah.
The axe handle that the necrotic energy axe was sprung from. It's not currently activated, but it is on the ground where the mummy was destroyed. Let's see. What else is in here? The remaining zombies from the crew. They were in here, of course. They're no longer animated. But other than that, like, the room was fairly empty other than the servers themselves.
Okay.
Oh, Arrow will go grab his recording bot, his little bot.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, there's the coffin, of course.
I don't think we can tote that out of here in 20 minutes.
I'm
Not
in
really.
0G,
Wait, it's
so
0G, right? So we could.
Zero G.
I don't really care to.
Would your boss care? It's a Veerux like artifact.
Well, is the like markings and stuff on it? Is it really a Veerux artifact, or is it something?
yeah,
Can I investigate?
you sure can. So the outside is made to look fairly plain, difficult to determine, but the inside of it is covered in writing, like carved into it.
Okay, well then I will, I guess, push it to Ash's ship to take back.
Can
Okay.
Arrow sit in it?
Yeah. Only
I
only
wouldn't.
Scarrick
He wouldn't.
actually has to be here jacked in to do the upload process. So the rest of you guys can kind of go wherever you like. So
Arrow will say, "I'm gonna stick here with Scary to make sure everything downloads all right. But if you want to move this hunk of junk out there, we can meet you around the corner as soon as we're done.
All right.
As long as you don't think there's any more zombie things flying around."
Well, presumably not, since that thing on the server was what was
Oh,
controlling them, I guess, animating them.
valid. Okay. Sure. Oh, hold on. I think I know something else I want to do. And Arrow will go over somewhere where we can jack in to see maybe if he can pull crew log data stuff for what happened to the research crew. Oh, I guess
yeah,
maybe that would
they
be like
were-
on their ship. I don't know.
yeah, that would be on their ship, which is in the hangar. You guys remember that Ash mentioned that there was a ship in the hangar.
That's right.
Yeah, we should go check that out. See if it's still running.
I'll go with you if you're confident on getting out of here, Scarrick.
Yeah.
I'll come back and check on him after I drop the coffin if he's not headed this way.
Okay. Twig, does that mean you're flying with me?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. And I guess
Okay,
Arrow and Twig are going to head towards the hangar bay.
so we'll go with you two then, because Ever is just transporting the coffin,
Yep.
And I guess the axe handle as well.
Yes.
And then Scarrick
The
is
axe
back.
handle was presumably something from the museum in the first place because we noticed that missing weapon. So
It's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Return property.
But so the two of you head down to the hangar bay, and you see like there was no other ships in here other than the one ship.
Right.
And on the side it has the symbol for NIPS, the Nokoran Historical Preservation
My
Society.
God, Ben.
still a smile every time you say that.
At least Audrey didn't make the symbol.
Yes.
in such a way.
I don't even
Um,
remember what the symbol for that one was.
Oh gosh.
I could have made it more boob-like, probably.
No.
You know, always have
I
made it
don't
more
think you
like-
made it boob-like at
I'm pretty
all.
sure it's circular, so.
It is circular, I guess.
This is how
Yeah,
we
that's
get banned
true.
on Twitch.
What?
Thanks, Nakora Institute of
nipples.
Nipple.
It's not an institute even. It's the Nakoran Historical Preservation Society. There's no I in it.
Yeah, there's no I.
It's just a
Ben just likes to say nips.
Because NHPS. How else are you gonna say that acronym?
You could say nips.
Say NHPS.
I'm pretty sure there's an actual institution called that.
It's possible. It's an acronym. I guarantee it's taken up. Anyway, this is it.
Oh yeah, see the nip symbol is like really innocent.
I'm not showing it. It's
You
not.
don't want to show it?
No, I'm not showing it.
For those of you who follow us in our Discord, look forward
my
to the nip
God.
symbol
Oh
showing
my
up soon.
Join the Discord for
Yeah.
nips crap. Oh,
Alright. Anyways,
the worst.
it'll be in our NHPS channel. Anyway,
The NHPS slip.
so the two of you see the ship. It's actually in relatively decent looking repair, although it is pretty old.
Okay.
It's almost like the parts look much older than they should be, if that makes sense.
Like it's sat and been like unattended to in a while. Dusty.
That and like almost like the vitality of the machinery was sapped from it.
From bad vibes. Gotcha.
Bad vibes. Got him.
Bad
Real
vibes.
bad energy. Okay. How big is the ship? Is it like a?
It's pretty sizable. It's a medium-sized ship. It's much
Oh.
larger than the Molotov. Like it would require at least like 8 people to run it effectively.
But 2 people to bare bones skeleton crew it?
No, 8 people for skeleton crew.
Oh.
Like it's pretty sizable ship.
So you're telling
This
me.
ain't no Millennium Falcon. It's like a medium-sized ship here.
Okay. Would 7 people do it?
I mean, you could get by with 7 probably.
Hey, Ash, can you make your way to the hangar bay?
We need to fly his ship too.
Oh, I know. He can park it. I think we got a bit of a barge to take out of here.
You want to take out that ship in the hangar?
Yeah, but I think
Do
we're
you
gonna
even
need.
know if that can fly?
Oh, she'll fly.
I don't know if that's true.
All right. I mean,
Does
you've
this
got
twig?
you got like 12 minutes.
I don't
But,
think this is happening.
I can meet you in the hangar bay if you like.
Copy that. Come on, let's go to the bridge.
This thing is probably out of fuel. Like I don't think this is gonna fly.
Arrow goes to the bridge.
I follow him.
Arrow goes to the bridge.
I'm not dying on a planet. I made a
Yay.
you promise when I was very young that I would not die on a planet.
Well, Ash was gonna meet us, so if it doesn't fly, we just abandon ship anyway. But if we do get out of here, I imagine we'll be in someone's good graces, right?
I guess.
All right.
Arrow wants to fly a ship.
So you get up there. It looks like it was landed in decent repair at least. Its fuel reserves are very low. You don't think you can make the flight back to Kestia, but you probably could fly it out of the hangar and like set it up for autopilot in orbit for
Just
somebody
get
to
it,
come pick
get
up.
it out of gravitational crash into the planet pull.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Hey,
Okay.
that's
Someone would have
something.
to come by and grab it later, but you
That's
do think you
something.
could probably do that. And then Ash would have to pick you up from it.
Yeah, come join us from it.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, it's better than nothing. It looks like we've got a little fuel in the tank. She's a little rough around the edges, but I think we can handle this. And
If you're sure, like, I tell people how to land ships. I don't land ships. I'm just saying up front.
I
I'm
tell
familiar with
people
some of the
how to
controls.
land ships. I don't land ships. That fucking sentence kills me.
Twig's like, I'm a station gal through and through.
Arrow will sit in. I assume the bridge has many seats on it.
Yes. Yeah, it's a very sizable vessel.
So he won't he'll go sit in the pilot seat and say, "Well, good thing you're not flying then." But if you want to sit, but I won't be upset if you want to sit in the big one. And he'll go.
I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure that this is successful. I guess.
Well, then go sit in the big one.
Okay.
Okay.
Arrow, go ahead and make me a piloting check.
I'd like to use Lucky for another dumb reason, please.
I mean, this seems pretty dumb, so yeah.
Hell yeah. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Nat 20. Ben, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Every time.
So
I
Arrow
can't
turns
even.
back and is like, "Don't worry, it's gonna work."
Mhm.
And it does. As it just
Ah.
happens. It does work. So, Arrow, you fly it out of the hangar.
This is the biggest
Um,
ship Arrow has ever flown.
Yeah, it's a
This is
chunker.
an epic moment.
This is awesome.
And it's not even like that scene from Galaxy Quest where they squeak on the side of the thing as they get out. You fly it out into orbit and you set it up for like orbital stasis.
Okay.
And basically the readout says that it's got about 7 galactic days before it's going to start decaying with
Okay.
its current reserves.
Seems fair.
So someone will have to come grab it by then. But it is now no longer tied to the actively decaying orbit of the space station.
That's good. That's good.
All right.
And
Yeah, the upload
Ah.
then is done, by the way.
yeah, upload's done. We're complete. Arrow, please tell me I'm not missing your like Han Solo moment.
Oh, you missed it.
No.
Ah!
Yeah, if the Han Solo moment was like backing out of a parking lot and like rolling to the curb.
It was pretty good.
We're not flying this thing home. Don't worry. We'll have to come back for it. But hey, Ash.
Yep.
Not to be too frank or anything, but I know you Wild Stars kind of, have your ways of doing things. You know anybody who could put a new title on a ship, do you?
Oh my god.
You're
Weren't we?
implying that-
Didn't you just say that we're going to give this back to the?
Arrow does this to Twig again?
Why?
I mean, I'm just saying that base had a ship on it.
Nixter.
That base had a ship on it, and that ship just crashed into the planet. So I assume it's written off as insurance liability. But we just so happened to come
No.
across the ship
I want to
when
hear
we're
what he has to say. I just want to hear what Ash has to say.
Why, Arrow? Are you asking for a reference or a job? Sure sounds like it with that kind of talk.
Well, I mean, Ben, approximately how long is this ship? You said it's a medium class ship, right?
It's a medium-sized vessel, yeah.
So that's
So
like,
the so
I can't remember the sizing off the top of my head. I don't have the book in front of me.
for reference, like the minimum for a medium-sized vessel is like 45, 50 feet long.
Okay, that's what I thought.
The maximum is about 150 feet. So it's somewhere in that range. This one's maybe about 100 feet.
100 feet long.
Yeah.
It's a boat.
Yeah, it's quite a boat. Most of the reason why it requires a sizable crew is because the way that it flies isn't like a single person in the pilot seat. There's like a primary pilot, and then there's a bunch of secondary people to run the systems.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong, Ash. It's not like I'm going to turn around and start flying anywhere. It's just, I'm just saying hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
procured a ship that may or may not just not have an owner because it was
I
written
mean,
off.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. If you want me to whip up some fake tags for that bad boy, we could probably scrub its
Arrow, I have to make
identity
sure this would
chips
go
and-
to a better use, like going back to the people that died doing the thing. That this is an actual organization.
I'm not actually going to do it because it's how you're recording me, but Arrow like pull his like calm thing down and be like, Twig, the people who flew this thing away were carrying an ancient cursed thing that ended up super cursed, and the whole crew is dead. I don't know if it has a lot of good vibes
I'm sure
going back.
they'd like to know like that they died. Like
Well, yeah, that's why I got the crew logs. It's fine.
Is Arrow trying to steal a haunted ship?
It's not
Yes.
stealing. It's not stealing. It crashed into a planet. It's an insurance
Yeah,
write-off.
What if
it's
what
grave
if we do it
robbing.
as what if
Totally
we do it as a
different.
clean what if we do it as a clean salvage?
We call that
There are salvage rules for
salvage.
the system.
Salvage
There are legal
looting.
processes for this.
Yeah, and
Ash,
through
we're not
these
just
extenuating
fine.
circumstances, we can probably make a good argument.
What was that ever?
I said, Ash, why not just call it find as keepers?
Well, I mean,
That's
that
part
is-
of the legal.
that
That's
is
part of the
rule number
legality.
6
That's the
of,
TLDR version
the
of it.
Wild Stars, but
I don't really care as long as we get both these ships away from the, falling station.
yeah, I'm waiting for you guys in the hangar bay, by the way. So whenever you guys are done with your computer stuff,
All right.
I brought the coffin to
Oh.
his ship. I am on his ship.
All right.
I'm
I
already
thought you
loaded
went back
Mars
to
up.
check on Scarrick. My bad.
Only
Yeah,
if
so
Yeah,
it's
I'm
only
already-
it's only Arrow and Twig, I think, that are on this thing because we just had enough crew to like bumper it out of the hangar.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Twig, fine. We'll get going. Here, I'll follow you out. Just give me a second to go ahead and make sure everything's shut down.
She just looks at you.
Do I have to roll deception?
Arrow roll
No, I know your
deception.
shit. I know your shit. I'm not leaving until you leave, dear.
Fine. Okay, then
Oh, man.
you watch him maybe make a few extra clicks and motions, and just to make sure. Yeah, I'm just go ahead and password protect and make sure nobody else can find it. Okay, cool.
What
Turn off.
what
any
is
SOS.
the
So we're the only
planet
ones.
it's being pulled onto?
It's a gas giant, so like
Okay.
the station will just get sucked into the gravitational center.
Yeah.
It's just hella big, hella heavy. Okay. All right, and lock. And he'll set himself like a little password, like on the main control docket. So
Mhm.
not anybody can just show up and do it. I mean, this thing
Sure.
will probably need a lot of work, but
Absolutely.
you can always park it in front of the shop and have it be there for a while. This thing needs a lot of work, I'm sure. Anyway, Arrow will finish his thing and then say, "Okay, I'm right behind you." What does that look for?
Come on. I hope you have a spacesuit on.
I can find one.
Yeah, you guys were those of you who needed them were wearing them when you went into the.
See, so he says, I can find one. And Twig turns around, looks at him, reaches out and presses the deploy button on the side of his what do you call it? The equipment piece?
helmet.
The click seal helmet. And the helmet just goes
And then
over his face.
Arrow just says, "That's rude."
It's important to know your safety measures when you're a spaceborne, Arrow. Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys get back onto Ash's ship and watch as the satellite hits terminal velocity towards the center and disappears into the gas.
Cool.
Well, I consider that to be mission complete, right?
And nobody died.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm setting our course for home. I'm not going to bother with the slower speed we were using before. So it'll be about 4 hours.
All right.
Enough time to break out the good drinks?
Enough time to break out the good drinks. Good thing you reminded me. I had forgotten. And he sets the autopilot and then stands up and heads into his bedroom for a second, comes out with like a nice bottle. Let's see. You know, there are some things that almost everyone can enjoy equally.
What?
Liquors, I mean. Well, tell me, Twig, do you drink?
I generally don't.
She did earlier to toast with us.
Okay. I'll pour you a glass then.
Okay.
I assume you've got taste receptors.
Peer pressure.
Yes.
I mean, it's a proxy to proxy thing, right? Some of them, some proxy don't like it, some proxy do.
Ash, you can't just ask people about their taste receptors.
It's not a weird thing unless you make it weird.
I'm not making it weird.
You kind of are by saying it that way. Just saying.
I mean, the word receptors is kind of pointless. Everyone
Let's
has
let's stop talking about my receptors.
Tell me, Twig, do you get lit? Oh my god.
No, I don't get.
Jan
Lit.
Radical said that in the chat.
Excellent. No, that's good. Love
Twig,
that.
Well,
can
we're getting lit
can you get-
tonight. And
you get
passes out these shot glasses.
Can I what?
Can you get drunk?
I can choose to get drunk.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an algorithm.
I can't run that algorithm on Mars or stuff breaks. A lot of stuff breaks.
I didn't realize Mars was full AI functional.
It was a simulation I was playing around with. Nothing like that.
Eh.
Might as well
The
be
statement stands, though. I've seen the command line. It is great, but not great when you own the property around Mars.
both.
Noted. Well, no drinks for you, Mars.
Yeah, he
To a
understands.
successful mission, you four. You did great.
Cheers.
Cheers. Clink.
Yeah.
Ah.
So that was a mummy with an axe who worked for a book in a 3D digital world.
Are we just telling Ash that this was a Veerux thing now?
Coming
Is
out
that
of
what you're
Reese's,
doing?
though. I mean, it was a Veerux thing, yeah.
Oh, I'm just still
You
trying
guys
to wrap
already
my head
dropped
around
that
all this.
particular
No,
ball
yeah, I
earlier.
know. I just
If
wasn't
you
sure if we were
remember.
pretending that it wasn't happening anymore or something.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wish you'd brought it up ahead of time. Just saying.
Would
But
you have driven us?
We didn't
Would
know
I
we were
have
going to fight a mummy.
yeah, if I had known you were going to fight Veerux, that had still driven you.
Well, I mean, really, we knew that what we were working with was Veerux adjacent. We didn't know we were gonna go fight the Veerux mummy. It was kind of some gray area in between, but it worked out okay.
Huh?
It worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't worry, hot
I
stuff.
get the feeling that you hear this a lot.
I mean, people like to weasel in and out of things. It's just it's a pretty usual thing in the frontier. You guys would feel right at home.
Are y'all ready for Ben to play an NPC that hits on all of us at once?
All four of you.
All
Not
four
him
of us.
ever, and it's perfect.
Well, I don't particularly plan to wind up near what's your Skellig station at any point in the near future?
What did you say?
Are
You mean
sure?
Sundry?
Scarborough?
You mean Sundry Station?
Twig, you don't know about Sundry Station?
Really
Oh,
not that hard to
Sundry.
remember.
Right, yeah.
Insight.
lying.
She's doing this on purpose.
She's lying. She's trying to piss Ash off. Or at least just rib him slightly.
Is this drunk Twig?
No.
Are we getting?
It's not
Are you
drunk.
running the algorithm?
Is that in character question?
Yes.
She looks at you like,
What color is her hair?
Yeah. What color is her hair?
my hair is green.
Green means go. Sorry.
Go get the good.
What does that mean?
That's what it means.
I'm sorry. It was just an old thing ingrained in my head from.
Oh
old
my
anime
God.
lyrics.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, he says, "I think you're shitting me.
What?
You're far too smart a lady to not know what Sundry Station is."
Ash, I appreciate it, but I've done some thinking about it. I'm not really interested.
Interested in what?
The flirting?
Oh, were we flirting?
This is in character.
Now, what color is Twig's hair?
Embarrassed.
Arrow's laughing.
Apologies. I will. I'll curb the flirtation.
Thanks. She looks over at Ever and it's like, "Are you still banged up from that fight?"
Just a little bit, but it'll heal up fine.
She's gonna lay on hands to you for 5.
It will
It
do
doesn't
nothing.
work.
She lay on hands to you for 2.
It will do nothing.
What the?
What?
Man, what do
You're
you
not healing.
what do you put in this stuff?
That doesn't seem great.
Well, that is a fine vintage from Domos, actually. They make some good stuff over there. That particular one, supposedly fermented, in a factory built on top of an ancient Veerux bunker.
Only appropriate then, huh?
Finishes drink.
Well, if they're pretty much the only ones who can get into those things and dismantle them for the tech inside, so
Sounds like dangerous work.
oh, incredibly dangerous from what I hear. Definitely too dangerous for my blood.
Sugar just scratches her arms as she's looking at Ever, and she's like, and her eyes like magically glow green, like light coming off of them.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
Ever who has no traditional like secondary sex characteristics is like, whoa, hey,
What?
what are you doing? What's happening?
Going to see if you had magic cast on you? What was that about?
It's just modesty, you know.
I don't have
We're
X-ray
friends,
vision.
but, like, I don't know. Scarrick has like magical astral vision.
Scarrick,
so...
do you have X-ray vision?
No, I can just see your ghosts.
What?
I can just see your
So-
souls. It's okay.
Question for you then: is my ghost hot? Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, Scarrick, tell us if Ash's ghost is high.
Scarrick puts on the glasses. Well, right now you look like you. So sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
Sure.
Does detect
Thanks,
magic
bud.
detect anything?
You detect that there is a necromantic curse that's floating around her aura.
Can I tell anything about it?
You can roll Arcana.
What does a 15 get me?
15 tells you that with the fact that you guys just fought a mummy, you might be dealing with a type of undead curse, which slowly drains the life out of its victims and eventually makes it impossible for them to get better.
Do I know I can deal with it?
Yeah, remove curse.
Not lesser restoration.
I don't think Lesser Restoration removes curses because it's level 2 and remove curse is level 3.
Yeah, I think great.
Okay, well, not to bring down the mood. Yeah, it's just conditions or diseases. And she like rubs her forehead and the light starts to fade as she looks at Ever and she's like, that thing got you in more ways than one?
Well, I mean, it hit me with that axe.
Yeah, whatever that. We got the axe, right?
Yeah, I brought
Yeah,
it.
we
with
got Dad Axe.
Well, we can probably tell what's going on with it when we get you to a doctor or a magical expert.
Arrow's like, good one, bud.
Because whatever that thing is, it's gonna slowly drain you of life if we don't get it resolved. And I don't have the power to do that. So
Okay. All right. Okay.
Wait.
you've got health insurance, right?
What's wrong with Ever? Yeah, it's
Like-
universal healthcare.
Kurt.
I have it if I want it from Flames, but I don't take anything from them. So, no, I don't have health insurance.
Hey Mars, run a just a web search for any curse or occult experts on Kestia.
We can probably take care of it
I-
through the museum. I imagine they have folks
I am.
in network.
Well, I need to talk to my boss anyway because the mask thing. But
I'm sure you've the first person who's been cursed by a Veerux weapon in a long time, so that might be interesting to him at least.
I
Yeah, you got
don't
that going
really
for you.
like being the subject of study.
No, I don't either.
Wait,
I don't like that for you either.
you got cursed by the weapon. I got hit by the weapon too.
Are you cursed?
I look over at Scarrick and my eyes glow green, like wrapping around.
Zora seems fine.
You look okay. And I look over at Arrow.
Oh, I mean,
I got
I
digitized.
still it hurts.
Or
a lot,
Arrow
but-
looks fine.
Okay.
It hurts a lot, Scarrick.
Yeah,
look
I
at Mark.
mean, I'm fine. We're
Yeah, I mean,
we're-
in Necrota, it messed up some internal.
One-
Just give 1 second, all right?
I'll regrow skin back. It's
I
fine.
don't remember how much Cure Wounds does, but just tell me.
It's a D8 plus your
I
casting
can take
stat.
care of it.
You heal 11, Scarrick.
Thank you.
Should be most of it then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Mars is
almost back to full.
looking kind of rough.
Yeah, so like you see Scarrick's
No,
like
I
scarring
healed.
heal,
That's right, Mars
so
healed.
My two.
Scarrick's being healed just fine, so you don't think the curse is upon him.
Yeah. I feel better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you run a search. There's actually a few people, Arrow, that are on station who could deal with that. Of course, the General Hospital does have people who are versed in magical healing and affliction who can help. But like there are people at the primary museum, the Castilian Historical Museum, and then there's a few like private practitioners who are potentially powerful enough for it. That you could go to like one of their shops to get that taken care of as like this part of their side business.
Never.
Yeah, so
It's your curse. It's your choice.
it's really really just
whatever
a matter
I
of
can,
like
whatever I can afford is fine. I just think maybe we should check on the people whose consciousnesses are getting returned to their bodies, or Hazel's computer first, maybe.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
I
there
feel
are,
fine.
there are enough of
Well,
us
if it's,
that we can handle that.
if it's a curse thing, you could always contact our mutual acquaintance.
I was actually kind of hoping that we wouldn't tell her, because that it's not a very flattering thing to say happened to you.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You did just like fight something that's like the worst thing, and we killed it. So
Well, yeah, but
I feel like it's more opportunity for boasting than like being worried about how
Yeah,
people are
but
going to see
think
you.
about it like this, Twig. Like, is it better to be like, hey, yo, I 1v1 this Veerux mummy and killed it, and I'm fine? Or, hey, yo, I 1v1 this Veerux mummy, and also I'm kind of cursed. Can you please help me? Which one of those?
one of those
objectively
things is
cooler.
inherently sexier.
I feel like the second one is a little bit more relevant to your continued sexiness.
Wait, hold on. Who's the mutual contact here? Are we talking
That's
about
not
the lady?
important. That's not important. The point is,
Looks at
I
Ash
will
as soon as
go
Ever says that.
to see a doctor.
Ash winks
After-
at you.
We check on the other people. Please do not pry into my private life, Arrow.
Yeah, if you want to pry into private life, I could give you a one-on-one interview with the space pirate for your show.
That would be really good for your
What's
show.
an arrow?
Your mutual contact is a space pirate?
She does this.
Ash is a
Ash
space
looks-
pirate.
Ash looks over at everyone like,
He's flirting with you.
oh my gosh, this beautiful man is the biggest idiot I've ever met.
It's perfect.
He's our himbo.
What?
Arrow's not big enough to be a himbo.
Mars is our
True.
himbo.
Is it a twink bow?
No,
Mars
there's.
is our himbo.
I'll show you the chart. The himbo, herbo,
Thank you,
bimbo.
please.
Yeah.
Very important.
What did I say?
Arrow, Ash is the space pirate that you could interview one-on-one.
One-on-one.
The Windows XP boot up sound plays in his brain. Oh.
You know, the wild stars.
I knew what you were. I knew you. I was just
Huh?
Y'all haven't heard anything about
Joshing.
Veerux out there, right? Like that thing said it was in the outer reaches.
I mean, there's incursions occasionally here and there. It's not like they never do anything in the frontier, but we don't really go into the outer reach. There's not a whole lot of reason for the wild stars to go out that far.
Sure.
Here's the thing, Ash. Here's the thing. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about our mutual acquaintance real quick. And while I don't think that I should go to her with my curse problem, because
Mhm.
A, unsexy, and B,
Very
just
important. to
not
remain
important,
sexy.
not important, like not important comparatively on the list of things. But the Veerux problem is maybe something she should know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that it's probably something that most people should know.
I
if that's
agree.
something that they should be worried about.
Well, we don't want to create a mass panic, right?
Well, that's true.
But like, we got to talk to Olive. Probably got to talk to Maury. She's got more contacts than Olive, that's for sure. And
have to talk to all of our contacts.
yeah, that's probably true.
What I'm hearing is that I should hold off on maybe talking about this on my show.
Yeah, maybe don't yet.
Yes.
Wait until we've got the word kind of out to the avenues.
This is one of those things where maybe pirate radio isn't the way. You should probably make sure that the government's ready for you to put that out there.
Yeah, you're probably right. So pirates on the radio might be the play.
I also want to say something really quickly about the mask.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like we're really ignoring the horse of the room here. The mask.
The horse.
The
and-
horse in the room?
Yeah, it's,
I
it's a saying.
don't-
Like, it's a thing
Yeah,
you-
no, it's fine. I have heard it a lot of ways. But the horse in the room, sure.
Y'all are
The
so
thing about the
supportive of
mask.
Arrow.
The thing about the mask is that I don't know if it's on the station.
But
What is it?
but you,
Can you tell us what it is?
Okay, so all right, okay, so I don't know how much Lewis Avon history you're familiar with, but or Lewis Avon religion for that matter. But the traditional religion is like a two-faced deity, Rano Eru, and its faces are like victory and shame, and there's a lot of stuff about it, right? And the big Lewis Avon festival is like this festival of masks, where you got masks because that's the whole thing, the representation, right? It's like a board face, and anyway, the Mask of Rano Eru is a legend, and
Okay.
it's popped up a few times in history, and those things are always hard to track because it's like, is it the same thing passed down, or is it like copycats? Like, what's happening? But the point is that like the first emperor off of Fresna, like back when they were just trying to do the space travel thing and all that, and like nuclear war on the planet, had this mask that he wore into battle. And
Okay.
it's split down the middle, and one side's the face of Ranu, and one face is Rano, and one side's the face of the Eru, and well, it has a lot of magic powers, and it makes you very powerful, and just extremely powerful. Let's just right. That's according to legends, right? So it pops up throughout history, and usually in like these very bloody battles, and people who turn out victorious. But then there's also just kind of some superstition, like the ghosts of people who have worn it, maybe kind of haunting it. Look, my boss told me not to put it on if I found it. Okay, that's
I see. So
the
it's
superstition stuff seems like maybe there's some merit to it,
Mhm.
if a scholarly guy like him is saying that. So, but the point is that we think that maybe it's on this station, since it's a Lewis Avon War station, and we just haven't found it yet. But I've been
it's a big
trying
station, but like
to
how
find
many
it.
places that can it hide?
Well, it's not a big mask. Like, it fits the average humanoid.
Well, are we gonna
Why do you
find
think
it in
it's
the?
there?
Why are you gonna find it in the sewer and the sweeps? Like, what do you think? It's
I
like
don't
deep
know.
in the core of the station?
I have been looking in as many places as I can get into, which takes time. Trespassing takes time, okay?
Yeah.
And I didn't know
It
what I was
does.
looking for at first, all right? So I'm telling you this in confidence, Arrow, this cannot go on your show or your website.
No,
Scarrick,
I
no
get it.
forums. Ash, I'm very sorry. Please don't tell anyone.
Well,
Mum's the word.
are there any collectors on the station that you've been having trouble with?
Not in particular. Actually, believe it or not, Mori is like the most difficult collector to deal with, but she's fine.
No, that's not difficult to imagine.
It's absolutely true.
I don't think it's been found. I think that it's buried somewhere on the station, or it's some area that we don't have access to, or that it's been overlooked or something, right? I think that that's the most likely thing. I just haven't found it yet. I only just found out that what I was looking for was a mask, and let alone this mask. So I haven't had a lot of chance to focus my efforts in that direction. I was kind of under the impression that I was looking for some sort of weapon or something. But here we are. And if the weird Veerux book thingy says that it's on the station, then I'm inclined to think probably it's on the station, and that makes me even more concerned about the Veerux presence here.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, that's my day job.
I mean, it makes a lot more sense why you've been all over the sweeps looking for stuff. You weren't just like, you're just any artifacts you came across for like general bonus, not the actual point.
Right. And I mean, I have found a lot of good pieces for museums and stuff, but it's not the piece that I'm looking for. And the sweeps is the easiest place to start because the restricted areas aren't really watched that hard.
Besides, it's also the place with the most abandoned and shut off areas.
Yes. So I've been doing my best, but I feel like maybe I got to redouble my efforts at this point, which is why I got to talk to my boss. Aaron, please. I cannot believe you referenced Bonkle at a time like this.
I'm sorry. We started talking about
Bionicle
masks,
masks.
and all I could
Right,
think of was
right.
Bionicle, the Mask of Light.
Fuck.
God.
The seminal movie, the entertainment spectacular.
A hero will be revealed. It's you.
Sorry, guy. I just.
Uh,
Do I have to pull up the art? Boom. Bionicle,
Oh,
the Mask of Light.
I cannot believe you're doing
We
this.
started talking about this mask of great power, and my brain, my fucking primitive brain, was like, Bionicle.
Bionicle.
Bonkle.
Bonkles. Sorry. Anyway. Okay, well, we've learned a lot about each other during this this time. I feel like that makes sense. So you're looking for an ancient artifact of great power, and
Always have been.
you're a chosen paladin of some sort.
To oppose the Veerux.
Yeah,
Paladin?
I don't know. You do the shiny thing. I don't know. I read it in a comic once.
Well, the book was talking about like your patron,
Yeah.
the Enigma or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, does that to do with your list of names or something?
She showed up in a dream, apparently. And the other night when we were on the ship, she like pulled me into a dream that she made, I think. It was, I still don't really know what to make of it, but apparently it's something that I accidentally reached out to before and's been keeping an eye on me since then. And she couldn't tell me what her name was, but the book seemed to think her name was Enigma. Or Justice, which is a little like on the nose, I feel like.
Yeah.
For
Well, keep
you,
in mind,
yeah.
the book said, Zithix said it calls her Enigma. Because it doesn't know her name.
Yeah. But
Gotcha.
still.
Yeah.
I mean, she also told me in the dream that I have to find what they're looking for. What is Zithix is looking for. And I was all excited about learning Zithix's name, and I figured that we'd have a little bit of lead on whatever's going on, and then he just told us. So I was a little frustrated about that
So
part.
you're trying to find the mask too.
If I'm following Dream Lady's instructions, yeah, but I would
Can
be
you-
trying to find the mask too with y'all anyway.
If you talk to her again, can you ask why she wants you to find the mask? Like, is it just find it before Zithix gets it, or is it like there's a purpose to it? Because here's the thing. This mask is going to make or break my career. I need to give it to the museum.
So you don't want my boss to have it, is what I'm hearing.
I don't really care who ends up with it as long as I give it to a museum and get paid for that and get a little plaque that says exploring the expanding universe forevermore found this. And
Oh my
that's it. That's like
That's your goal.
I'm like
I
halfway
think we
through my
should-
life and I want to do this.
So what I'm hearing now is that you're not opposed to the idea of this mask getting destroyed, but you want to get paid for it first.
I am actually very painfully opposed to this mask being destroyed because
What
it's
if
a historical artifact and there's so much we could learn from it.
Honestly, we can't discard the stuff that. Oh, I keep assuming this is a Veerux thing, but the other stuff that Justice said was that Zithix is supposedly the Veerux Bible, like so that thing thinks it's or naming itself after the document that the Veerux carry themselves by. I doubt they call it a Bible, but like, you know, religious texts of some sort. And then she described it as it's weaving a web that's all over the station looking for this thing. The names on the list aren't necessarily people who are like in risk of dying, which is what I was assuming right away. They're just people who are involved somehow in the web that Zithix is like laid out or touching it somehow or associated with it. So like those are the folks that have some connection to it. So we have a starting point at least. And like I forget his name. What's his name? Our friend, the guy with the Star Drakes, was it Oswin?
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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Oswin's
Oswin.
still on
I'm
the
glad
list.
you thought of his name because my brain went Baz.
So like we can talk to Oswin, we can see if he's like he showed back up on the list, I think, or he wasn't written off of it at some point. So when we already interacted with him. So it's not at risk of dying, it's somehow Zithix either has their attention or they're interacting with something that Zithix is involved with. So we at least have a starting point.
All right. But it could be like the saving them from dying thing, right? Because the Saguarin was on the list and you saved his life after he was attacked by that Veerux shifter.
I mean, like, I imagine Zithix knowing about you is not a necessarily healthy outcome for your personal safety. And you'll be happy to know, Ash, that I have not seen your name. Unless you're going by a fake one and you're actually named, what is it? Ranvella.
Ranvella. Sounds like a Luantua name.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
But it's not me, I promise.
I'm not entirely comfortable with things like getting into my head and talking to me in general. Like, there's a reason I don't net dive,
No
but
jacking.
I don't feel like has ill intentions. Like, she seems to. Guess it's weird to say, but it seems like she cares.
Scarrick,
Wait,
maybe we could do a net search for something like this.
I mean,
Did you see her? Do you have like a physical description of something?
No, not really. She like made a greenhouse that she talked to me in, but
I mean, worth a try, like even with some vague keywords and stuff like dreams and feminine voice and whatever else, you maybe could come up with something. If anyone else has experienced this kind of thing, right? Just to let you know if it's malignant or not.
last time I searched, it was all like weird conspiracy theories and stuff.
Yeah, well,
I don't think
that
like
seems right.
being chosen by entities like this happens very much. I don't even know if that's
Well,
what's
I mean-
happening. Maybe I have a fault in my system and I'm going fucking stir crazy, but like,
That doesn't
it
seem
doesn't
likely.
feel like it.
I'm just saying the universe is full of a lot of mysterious things, right? They can't all be bad.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
I
what
got
are-
these cool powers, so that's something. I didn't have these like a couple months before y'all showed up.
quite the ragtag
right.
group, huh? You got it over here with your justice powers and sneaky espionage artifact, and Scarecrow over here can see your ghost.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
My sexy ghosts, specifically.
Well, I mean, it's not anything crazy. I bought these from Mori.
Scarek, can you see anything on Ever?
Clothes?
Do you
Thank you. Thank
do you
you.
turn on the ethereal site?
Yeah.
There is a. You see what you normally see when you look at a person in the ethereal, which is like a grayed outline of the person generally, because they're not currently existing on that plane.
Mhm.
But in Ever, there's also a flame, just like a literal ball of fire, that shimmers through every color in existence. And you can see that on the ethereal.
Hmm.
You need rainbow shrimp eyes to see all of them.
Yep, it's true. You need rainbow shrimp eyes to see every color.
The rainbow shrimp.
Scarek stares for a moment, blinking. You can't really see it past the goggles, but he says, Ezonites, I don't know if they look different in the ethereal.
I mean, we're kind of held together by the magic of collective consciousness of all of species in history, so probably.
It's pretty. If I could hook these up to a camera, I'll show you what it looks like.
Okay.
Arrow, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, we could probably figure that out. Which reminds me, I think the perfect environment for figuring something like that out would be on
Home.
the bridge. Yeah, home. That was what I was going to say.
Oh, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Captain Kirk. Continue about your starship.
No, it's home. Home is fine. Just a thought. It's something.
I just want to throw it out there, Arrow. I don't know how much you are paid by your radio station, but you know that like
ain't cheap.
docking a ship of that size is very expensive for a prolonged period of time.
It is. Like, there's limited space and docks on the station overall, so there's like a fee charged.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably get a discount spotted, but it's not going to be like
Maybe you should talk to Hazel. They're rich.
Yeah, maybe Hazel will sponsor a ship.
That is true.
shitty barge that we dragged off of a rotting corpse of a station. Great ship.
No. We did
Maybe you
save their
could
life.
turn it in to the folks who lost it long ago, along with like a couple, like dozen crew members.
Twig, we've been over this. It's haunted. They don't want it back.
How do
We'll
you
just
know?
burn
I'm
some
pretty sure
sage
that
in it, it's
the
fine.
Historical Preservation Society is pretty interested in haunted shit.
Well, then it's not haunted anymore, and they don't want it. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, you could always
Pirate
gut
logic,
it
you're good
for
right in here.
you could always gut it for parts and use it to build a smaller ship.
Smaller, more haunted ship, because all the haunted parts, they're concentrated into a smaller piece.
Well,
how
Twig
long-
is from
How
y'all
long
can tell.
ago?
Twig is from
I think
How
Scarrick's
long
the
ago?
ghost expert.
How
Scarrick.
long ago were they reported missing?
I can pull that up. Actually, I have the crew log.
Scarrick, just hear my theory out. Does it make haunting more concentrated if you put the parts into a smaller bit. Like,
Oh. Hmm.
like if we built a
Well-
fighter out of this big thing, would it just be an extremely haunted?
Well, they
ghost
didn't
fighter?
die on their ship. They died on the station, and the
Yeah, their
station
ships
is
are important
destroyed.
to people.
Twig,
I mean,
What?
are you running the drunk algorithm?
Uh,
Or are you just fucking with them?
Yeah.
why would you call me out? Like, I was trying to fit in with y'all and not be weird, but now you
You're
made it
not
weird.
being
'cause you
weird.
called
This
me
is
out.
fun. This is hilarious.
oh, I
So
think
they-
the
She's
rest
not
of us,
embarrassed
the
colors
rest of
again.
us need to catch up.
Yeah. To the
Say, let me
algorithm.
give you another shot. To the algorithm.
Cheers.
Ever's like, yeah, I can't get drunk.
True.
I pull Ash aside
Okay.
at some point, like just for like not even out of the room, just a spot where we can speak in
Okay.
hushed tones while the other three of them are talking, so that people with their special ears can't listen.
Okay.
Sounds to me like you have to leave
Pull
the
him
room. though.
aside.
You're gonna have to
say-
make a check for this one.
You
Kidding, you're
are.
fine.
Oh my god. I say to Ash, okay,
what's
for
going on?
real though, is it a bad move if I ask her to help with the curse thing? Like, is she into that, like helping and saving people? Because it doesn't super seem like that's maybe her thing. Like maybe capable people are more her thing, but I'm not really sure yet.
God.
I mean, capable people are definitely her thing. I just
Right,
want to
that
throw
was-
that out there.
I've been kind of cocky like the last couple times we had drinks, and that was on purpose. I mean, I kind of am anyway, but like, eh,
You do come off that way a little bit, yeah.
just a smidge, you know. It's called
It's a
self
good thing. It
confidence.
looks good on you.
Thank
fine.
you. It's called self confidence, and like I'm not like
Exactly.
ashamed of the curse thing. I've had weirder, worse things happen to me, and whatever. That's fine, but it just would be the easiest.
I mean, it would certainly be the cheapest, probably.
Well, yeah, I don't like going to doctors and then being like, "Oh, you probably have flames insurance," and me being like, "No, I don't have flames insurance because fuck flames," and like that's a whole thing I have to explain every time, and I hate that.
Well, I mean, you could always, just go straight to Flames. They might have the resources at their embassy.
We're gonna check on lightning anyway, so I guess I could ask.
But hey,
Be the
you know,
worst.
it's one of those things, on occasion, showing a little bit of vulnerability can be the spice of life.
You are not helpful right now. You're telling me both things.
I
She
mean,
likes-
what can I say? I've had like 8
Vulnerability.
shots. I'm running the
She's your
algorithm.
cousin. She's your cousin. I expect you to know these things.
Yeah, she's my cousin. So what am I supposed to do? Tell you how to seduce my cousin?
I'm not trying to seduce anyone.
Uh-huh.
Trying to play the best angle.
Uh-huh.
Is that last part raised?
Arrow, you're still rolling,
Yes.
right?
She's raised her voice at this point.
I mean, when they
Okay.
raise their
Not trying to
voices,
seduce anyone.
All right. Okay. I got you, Amber. Look. She likes a strong person, confident, capable, etc. But I mean, she's a smart lady. Sometimes people need help. And what's more competent than knowing when to ask for help?
Yeah, all right. I'm not really into like the pretending I'm not hurt thing anyway. That's more Twig's bag, but
You know, she does come off that way.
she's very hero, like self-sacrificing. I think that Ever at this point has noticed that you guys have fallen quiet, and that's why she's saying these things.
She's just turning like
I mean, you know,
Great.
I promised her I wouldn't flirt with her anymore.
Scarrick has popcorn.
Well, that's
but-
probably good. Honestly, I mean the whole hero thing is like it's just a very becoming quality. It's a great thing. It's one of my favorite things about having her as a friend. So, you know,
I mean, it's really nice. You can always use a hero in your life, right?
Arrow's like, there you go.
yeah.
Now, level with me here. I know that Arrow he seems like a little dense for someone who kind of digs into conspiracy theories, but I don't know. Do you think?
I think if you went up to the cockpit right now and you said, "Hey, Arrow, I have something to show you," he would follow you up there like a puppy dog.
She punches Arrow in the shoulder.
Oh. I mean, I suppose.
Seriously, just try it.
It's been a while. What can I say? I
This
just.
conversation's not fun to listen to anymore when it's about you.
I
Oh,
think you should go
no.
for it. He is cute.
I think that you should just say it right now. You've already
I'm just
given
saying.
me your non-advice advice. Thank you for that. So
Yeah,
just
you're welcome. Free of charge.
yeah, thank you. My advice was a lot more straightforward, and you should try it right now.
Hmm. You know, I'm starting to think that you might be running the algorithm.
There's no algorithm here, just flames, just fire, head to toe.
Yeah, fair enough.
My
Fair
fumes
enough.
might be making you more drunk, though.
Still work like that?
I don't know.
Well, I guess I'll go see if Farrah wants to do some barrel rolls in the cockpit.
I can just go.
Arrow's like,
Twig does this.
What? I mean, I'm being serious.
I'm waiting for Ash to like turn around and face the table.
Ash looks over and says,
I have to
Look
take
at-
a massive shit, and then
Twig just starts fucking laughing until she collapses forward on the table with her hands over her
Arrow
head.
gets up and
She's
he
just
leaves.
fucking howling.
Arrow's in the bathroom for the next hour and a half.
he just kind of does the slow nod, look back at everyone and say, I guess he's just not that into me, huh?
I think you made him nervous, maybe.
I don't know what just happened.
Don't worry about it,
Okay.
Starwyrms.
Oh, I just realized that Ever and Ash are talking, and Arrow and Twig have special ears that scare them.
That's why I said
Yeah.
he didn't talk while you guys were talking.
So we're just in the
Scaricus,
middle of hanging
he-
out.
Scarrick
And it was
has
one of my
special
shut
eyes,
up,
but
and we're
not
just
special
looking at
ears.
Scarrick.
Woo!
All right. Well, we're going to end the session here as the Molotov docks at the station. I will leave you guys with this message from Hazel. He says, they say, hey guys, my readings say you're just getting back on dock now. If you want to come up to my penthouse and say hello, figure we could talk about some things. But otherwise, according to the radio feeds of the local peacekeepers, I think those people are waking up.
Oh, it means it worked.
Cool. And that's where we're ending, right?
That's where we're ending. Yep.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for watching our stream. I hope you enjoyed our shenanigans.
Yeah, there were sure a lot of them tonight.
Shenanigans were had. Yes, indeed.
We have fun.
Thank you for watching.
We
Yes.
hope you had fun too.
And
Hit him with
right.
our socials, Aaron.
you got it. And if you're not there already, you can find us on our socials. If you're not already following us, you can follow us at Starwyrms on Twitter. Search Spaceships and Starwyrms on Facebook and YouTube, where we do have full uploads, full VODs of every episode that we do now. Up there usually a day or two right after the stream. And if you're not there already, come hang out in the Discord. There's going to be nips, apparently. So
Jesus
if that's
Christ.
not a pitch, I don't know what is.
Ben has to remember to post it because I'm not doing it.
I'm posting it right now.
Oh my gosh. And once again, huge shout out to all of our artists that help out. Nutella does so much of our artwork, our key character art, some of the extra art you saw today of the Butcher and the Evil Veerux book. And once again, a big shout out to our friend Raz, who makes fun little artwork pieces of our characters. Thanks so much for you guys hanging out in the chat. It's always a great time. If you want to send us art, we love you for it. You certainly don't have to. We are so impressed by you. It is awesome. But I think that's all we have. I did not change the stream graphic that's going to follow this. That's on me. So it's going to say March 10th. That's wrong. You're going to watch me fix it. We go live March 24th, every other Wednesday. So mark it on your calendars. You get to see a Super Scuff stream fix itself. And we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya.
Looking at
Bye.
the single, it's got like multiple things that could be considered.
Okay, we're gonna end the stream there.